All right, what is up, everybody? I am known as King Mexico Goku. Goku, the Mexican Goku. The Goku. And we are back with another Geeks Cyber podcast. We're officially live on Facebook right now. We're also live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch, Mixer. Nobody's on that shit.
Except for AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. And today, joining me today is my co-host as usual, Saki Kitty. Also, our emergency substitute co-host.
I didn't answer anything. Answer messages.
What was it? Kingdom Keyhole.
Keyblade Sonic. How you doing?
Keyblade.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
I like Booty Sonic.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Big booty Sonic.
Big booty.
Cursed up. Yeah, there you go. Some cursed imagery for you.
And we have a special guest today. This person, I forgot to ask for their stage name or what name they want to go by. So we're going to allow her to introduce herself. She is a voice actress and an artist and a streamer, a YouTuber, and damn it, I'm trying to think of a good...
And here to level the playing field, I'm here for you, Saki Kitty. Us girls got to stick together.
Wait, what the hell does that mean?
Nothing. You don't understand.
Like, just because we're guys, we're just going to be like, fix my audio.
No, I'm here to represent the female. I'm here. I'm a girl. Hi, I'm Jennifer Abishan. Nice to meet you. I'm a singer.
Hello.
Dancer. Hi, I'm waving, but you can't see because I don't have a camera.
It's okay.
Is it really echoing?
You went John Cena mode.
Hold on. If you hear the streaming video twice...
Well, let me... I've got the stream app so I can listen. Nope, still sound like a 12-year-old though.
I feel your pain.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Running joke between me and my voice acting friends is like they all sound like super epic and awesome and amazing, and then I come in and I'm just like me, and they're like, oh, who brought the child in? But yeah,
I just record myself talking because I have a video. Like this little kitten that I found, she likes to sleep in my purses for some reason. So there's a video, and I'm like talking about me going in. I'm like, wow, I sound like that. Why? I'm a grown adult.
Eric, you're so full of shit. It's not echoing. Sack of crap. I'm just messing with you.
Language, sir.
Oh, you sacketh of crappeth.
Much better.
Yes.
Anyway, guys,
You
I'm a
bag of
singer,
waste.
dancer, cosplayer, voice actor, and somebody who's eventually going to get through her intro. You may have heard me through Funimation's dubs of Ace Attorney, Overlord Season 3, Ace Attorney Season 2. I also did lots of background voices for, like, Nichijou. That was my favorite recording. I didn't actually have any lines. It was just a lot of reactionaries, but it was really funny to go into the booth and just be like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing today. So yes, it is me. I am here. I exist in the same plane of space as y'all. Yeah.
Yes. So
Wait, so you're a voice actor for Overlord? Yeah. Oh, I love that anime.
Yes. I was in Overlord Season 3. I played not the twins everyone thinks they are, not the, like, elven twins. They also have the blonde hair. But, they were in, like, 2 episodes. They were Urarika and Kurarika. They were Arche's, like, little sisters. The tragic twins, as I have found out. Oh, it's a sad storyline.
I have not seen this anime.
Wow.
Why are you even surprised? Goku, have you seen...
Because you watch anime.
I actually don't watch a lot of anime.
Dragon Ball Z, 24/7, 365.
Dragon Ball Z is life, okay? If there was a church. By the way, speaking of, I want to say to everybody listening later on, even if it's the next day, following week, who knows when you watch this video. It's May, damn it. May 9th, 2020. Happy Goku Day to everybody. For those
And
of you,
Piccolo Day.
for everyone that doesn't know, the Japanese government declared years ago that today, on May 9th, it is Goku Day, officially Goku Day. So yay, Goku Day! It's like
Goku Day.
And Piccolo Day. Woo!
it's like
Goku
having
Day!
having two birthdays.
He's all right.
What, man? Get off my shit.
How to trigger.
So
Who's a terrible father?
so you say my mic is echoing. Everyone keeps saying my mic is echoing.
It's weird.
It is.
Like on the cats?
Oh wait, hold on. I think I hear it. Yeah, your mic is echoing. It's just yours. It's not ours.
Okay, y'all can continue to talk. Saki Kitty, ask your questions. Well,
What? I wasn't prepared.
Ask.
When's your birthday?
Okay, how about now? Is it still echoing?
Technical difficulties.
I know. It's because, so, I'm transitioning from my laptop to my PC, and with the way the webcam works, the webcam is such a piece of crap.
Which
Because it
webcam
has,
are you using?
I don't know, I just bought it on eBay.
Oh,
No, I'm trying to fix it, Trunks, but I don't know how to. Let me just remove this.
I got you, Chris. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, how about now? Is it still echoing?
Anyway, my birthday is August 18th. I was born in 1992, so I am 27 currently.
wow.
Awesome.
August babies. Woo!
I'm a Leo. I'm the most Ooh, I have to drop my phone. I'm the most Leo you will ever meet. I am not loud. I am not crazy as some Leos are. I just kind of exist and things happen around me. So it's been working out pretty good so far.
That sounds Leo enough. I know a lot of Leos that crazy stuff always happens around them for no reason.
Oh, yes.
We know a lot of people though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Leo, I'm biased, but I think Leos are the best because we're just like driven, passionate people. And then, of course, things just happen around us that just make life more interesting.
Well, they always, for me, it's just, Leos are always fun to hang out with. I love Leos. I have so many Leo
All right,
friends. Every
question.
single
Question.
August,
Question.
so many.
Question. How about now, guys? How about now? Is it still echoing?
I don't
Wow.
hear an echo.
I hear you fine.
Yeah, y'all can hear me fine, but
Oh, but if the crowd can hear you.
Because we're just like driven,
passionate
people.
Ugh.
Relatable.
I'm so sorry, everybody, that it's echoing.
They always, for me, it's just, Leos are always fun to hang out with. I love Leos. I have so many Leo friends. Every single August, so many.
Question. How about now, guys? Yeah, it does. I sound like damn auto-tune. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, buddy. Unfortunately, I can't fix it. Wow, I know it's a little bit annoying.
You say you're using OBS and you're streaming through Facebook.
Yes.
Trying to think of what would cause that.
Okay, how about now? Okay, I think I solved it.
Oh, all right.
I think I solved it. Yeah, because there's two mics registered on the audio mixer.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it's that you have dual audio.
I don't work well under pressure. When I'm not under pressure, when we used to record these things, it used to be great. Like I would figure out everything on the fly. Leos are the second only to Libras in terms of friendship and loyalty. You can kiss my ass.
Nah, Leos are the best. Best.
Okay,
Yeah,
somebody
I'm
let me know as
confirmed.
soon as you hear my voice. Let me know if it should no longer echo.
Back streets back. Alright.
Better. Okay, everybody's saying better.
I'm
So
starting to.
okay, so now we can get back to our. Okay, so yeah, it was two microphones registered in the audio mixer for the podcast. So I do apologize.
Gosh, such a noob move. Get it together.
I know. I am sorry, and I'm like it's because we had so much shit happen today, and I'm not ready. I usually take an hour to prep the podcast to make sure everything goes by smoothly. So there's a lot of technical difficulties today. So I'm sorry, everybody, and fuck you, 17. You can't hear my fan. So anyways, Leos are the best, hands down. August 4th, 1988.
August 4th as well.
Leo.
Dude, yes,
Year of the
Leo.
Dragon. Year of the Dragon.
I feel so left out. I'm a Pisces.
I am.
August 4th, 1994.
I'm like, I'm just gonna cry in the corner now. It's like, I'm a fish.
Jen, somebody gave you a shout out. I think it's Nona. Nona. It's,
Yeah. Oh, yay. Hi, Nona. She's one of my friends. I told
Dee Dee's
her about
late.
I told her about the podcast. She's like, yes, I want to arrive and exist there. So
We have
hi,
no-
Nona, too.
We have no pictures of Jen to share because Jen was like, "Bleh."
I sent you a picture.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Oof.
More technical difficulties.
Oh no! See, I sent you a picture. Just
This-
one.
Oh my God, this is you in cosplay though. This.
I don't. It's not a specific cosplay. It's just like a steampunk look. No, Leos are the best.
I think my mom said she wants a tattoo for Mother's Day. I can hear her in the back. What? You want to get a tattoo? Oh, what the fuck, Mom?
I love you too, Nona. She's one of my girls from my dance group because I'm in a dance group. So
Okay, so we're gonna share Jen's
Yeah.
picture right here over the Geeks 5 Ever logo. Blasphemy, but whatever. We don't have anything. We're just gonna slap it right there over the Geeks 5 Ever podcast.
You're dying in the inside. That's-
Yeah, I
Kinda
totally
funny.
died. We gotta come up with a new logo anyway. So, anyways, so you said you were a voice actor for animes. For animes. Did you say Phoenix Wright? Did I hear? Phoenix
Yeah.
Wright?
Ace
Is
Attorney,
that the
yep.
anime? Is that the
Yeah.
anime? Or is that the video game?
The anime.
Do they even have voices in the video? I've never played the video game.
They do have some in the game. I think it's like in the later games.
Stop!
And it's not all
In
the
the
characters.
name of love.
Objection!
Objection! Today's podcast is brought to you by Objection. I object to your opinion because it does not matter.
Oh no! Oh no!
So, okay, so what is it like being a voice actress? I mean, that's got to be like, you got to understand that in the cosplay, in the congoer, the weave community, the nerd, the geek community, there are a lot of people that watch a crap ton of anime and they just want to get into voice acting. And we've heard voice actors like Johnny Young Bosch say that you should become an actor first and then pursue voice acting.
Yeah, I wish I had somebody to tell me that when I first started voice acting. Because I've been doing this since like 2008, back on a little website called the Voice Acting Alliance, and I got to know some decently big voice actors, voice actresses who did start out on the Voice Acting Alliance. The girl who voice acted my older sister in Overlord, Arshay, I actually knew her from the Voice Acting Alliance. She used to be known as Megami33, but her name's Corinne Sidenberg. She is such a sweetheart. Check her out. But like people like Christina V were on there. Johnny Young Bosch, I think, made an account for fun and never came back, but everyone messaged it. It was kind of a joke. And I have friends like Chris Thurman and Elizabeth Sweet who also started out there, who are doing more and more stuff going on into the industry. And honestly, it's ironic that Inuyasha is coming back like with more to the story now. Thank you, Rumiko Takahashi, my goddess. Because
So that's what the whole hype is about. Because I'm like seeing a lot of
Yeah, so I was wondering about that. Because one of my friends on Facebook's like, Ben Solo didn't die, so some Shishomu broomstick could end up with. So let me read the post to you. I got to read the posts to make sense of what's going on, because I don't watch Inuyasha. I've never watched Inuyasha, and
It's Dragon Ball Z
Inuyasha.
shit.
You should, though.
that's what everybody says.
Okay.
Everybody says watch
I
it.
probably
It's so
will.
good. It's so amazing. It comes with
Inuyasha!
medium fries and a drink.
For $2.99.
for $2.99.
Yeah, people are joking because there's a whole meme about the Inuyasha Kagome thing. So people are gonna laugh if it ends up in the anime. Inuyasha Kagome.
So here's the post. So my friend posts.
Okay.
Ben Solo did not effing die just so we could get Maru and RN grooming be canon. What?
The Shomaru and Rin. Okay, nobody's even thinking about the fact that there's probably a decent sized like time gap between like the end of the final act and the beginning of the next round of stories. Oops, somebody's getting a call.
I wonder if I can answer it on my phone.
No, that's not me.
Nope, not me either.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Oh, are you busy right now?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a podcast. You're in the podcast. You're in the podcast right now.
That's right.
Who was it? Can
This
they
is
give me some chicken
Star-Lord.
wings?
Star-Lord's one of the original members of Geeks 5 Ever. Him and Zachary.
Hi, Star-Lord. Can you get me some chicken?
He can't hear y'all, but
I'll hit you up later, man.
I got you.
hey, no, what's going on? What's going on? Are you okay? What's going on?
Oh, no, I'm setting up everybody, seeing everyone's doing during all this corona shit, but...
I'm dying. No, I'll call you. I'll give you a call after the podcast. I'll give you a call after the podcast. All right. That's such professionalism that the leader and owner of Geeks 5 Ever is handling his personal business over the podcast, which is supposed to be strictly professional.
Oof. It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that. We're on that. We're on the. We pour. We po. We are so broke right now. We can't afford the full word.
Hey, talk about yourself.
We po. We po. We can't even afford the full word. We can only afford two letters. Po.
Rest in peace, the letter R.
So yeah. So I've never watched Inuyasha, so I don't know what's going on with the whole grooming thing. I know what grooming means. I totally know what it means, but like I was like, what the hell? And then this is what she. So I'm just trolling her. I'm like this is so she says Ben Solo did not effing die, so and so can groom.
Piccolo and
grooming.
Goku Day.
So I say sure he did, and no, she comments no. TF, he didn't. He died for good of humanity. Caesarin is the opposite of that. And I comment, uses the force. Those thoughts cloud your judgment.
Oh no.
And then she's like, Jesse, are you saying you support Caesarin? And I or whatever, I can't even Caesarin. And
I think that's like
I commented with this. Who? With a question mark? And then I put, honestly, I have no clue what we're even talking about. I feel we were just talking about Star Wars.
Oh no.
oh, this person's mad.
This person mad.
Yeah, she mad.
Lord
She, like,
Beerus is disappointed in Inuyasha.
I was trying to think of how we got onto that topic. And no, so I owe a lot to Inuyasha because like that's what got me into anime, and that's like I didn't know what voice acting was. Like it never occurred to my like stupid 10th grade brain that people actually went into studios to, you know, yell at a microphone and a TV screen, and suddenly their voices like with this character, and I was like, heck yeah, I want to do this.
Hey, we already do this as podcasters. Aquí estamos con Geeks 5 Ever de Telemundo, hablando con Jennifer de voice acting con anime en comics en todas las convenciones que hace o va. And I was trying to
ella es una actor de voz.
¿Sabes qué, güey? ¿Sabes qué? Vete al pinche infierno. Mira, ¿sabes qué? Estamos presentados de Choco Crispies. Deliciosos.
Ich bin Ausländer, ich spreche nicht viel Deutsch. Bitte langsam, bitte langsam.
Hey, look, man, ¿sabes qué? I didn't understand that word you said. I barely speak English. I know speak English. I'm only in America 30 years.
Oh no.
Anyways.
Can you say hot speech again in Spanish?
Oh my God, like that time at Delta when housekeeping showed up at my door and I was wearing a gray suit and the lady was like, oh, he already took care of it. I'm like, bitch, you better get in here and clean my room.
Oh my God.
This actually happened. Or like the time I went to Matsuri and they called immigration on me. There's a video. There is a video. The video ends as soon as the cops start coming around the corner.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Or the time
Try not to laugh. Try not to laugh.
when I was doing my there's so many videos of me doing dumb crap. Like when I started to train as a professional wrestler, they flipped me over and I hesitated, so I landed on my head and neck and almost broke it.
I remember
Oh my
that.
god.
Oh my
That's a
god, you
Hulkamania
remember that?
moment.
I remember you got hurt real bad.
I did. I couldn't move my neck for a week.
Yeah. I moved my neck. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Oh.
Like, you were an accident or something. I was like, what the fuck?
Goku, don't die. You owe me money. So, so you're talking about. So we're talking about your voice acting.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, no. This happens a lot. I told you over the phone that if we go off topic, it's normal. It's gonna happen. You can't avoid it. Doing a podcast like mine is like taking a dump. You just gotta relax and let it flow.
If you say it that way, yeah, it makes sense.
Inuyasha, okay, like Inuyasha, the anime is coming back. Like,
Because if
is
you-
it like episodes? There's a reboot.
So it's not a reboot, and it's not technically coming back because they haven't stated that it's going to be an anime series. There's just Rumiko Takahashi, the illustrator for Inuyasha. She posted new character
Visual.
sheets and spreadsheets and visuals of characters for an upcoming continuation of the manga. But there's no like release date for the manga. There's no guarantee for an anime. But if she's like, "Hey, I want this into an anime," it's gonna be made into an anime. There's no way it's not. So I'm excited for all the new cosplays I get to make because Inuyasha.
Right, yeah. That's always something whenever something new happens, like most people would just get excited to cosplay the characters whenever something like a new visual or a new character, just like for references.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my friends is actually already working on one of the cosplays for the characters, and like you don't even have the official colors for their outfits.
Right.
I'm like, how are you even choosing fabric for this? What's happening?
Well, I mean,
That's like me in Assassin's Creed. I have like all the assassins outfit, and I'm already thinking of doing the new one.
speaking of stories, anime, manga, Assassin's Creed, video games, and being an all-around geek, check out Goku's Burger in Porter, Texas, taking 59 going northbound from Houston downtown. They are delicious as hell. I tried their God of Destruction. Who's doing that background noise?
Me.
Try their God of. They have different burgers. They have different types of burgers that are made Mexican style. They have the Goku
Mexican
burger,
style.
Vegeta. They have the Vegeta burger, the Gohan. They have Master Roshi chicken tenders. They also have a Broly. They have a huge burger that's called the God of Destruction. It's two of the Broly burgers combined into one, and I ate that. And I was talking to them, and we even did a video, and you could see me sweating and holding my stomach as I instantly regretted my decision.
Oh my god.
Oh, and I felt bloated too. I was like, "Oh, where's the nearest bathroom?"
Oh, but was it good? Was it
Was it
good? Was
It
it worth
was
it?
delicious.
Oof, worth it.
The God of Destruction burger was a $25 burger.
Wow.
And it's so huge, though. It's so huge. Like, I felt bad eating it because I'm like, oh my God, isn't there like a meat shortage right now? I think this is 20% of the meat out there.
The meat shortage is bad.
That is really bad, but I'm
Yeah.
sure the burger was worth it for all that.
Oh, yeah, no. That's right. You heard it here. It's called Goku's Burger. Delicioso. I added that last part. That's not their slogan. I'm not a newscaster. So one of the biggest questions that people are always going to ask you, it's going to be, how do you get into voice acting?
You know, it's different for everyone. I started out with a Karaoke Revolution microphone and a TV style, like a big box monitor and the like tower computer with a floppy disk drive for it. I started back then. But if you're really getting into it, acting, definitely. And if you can't, because acting lessons can be expensive sometimes. And that's actually asked like more frequently than how to get into it is now that like it's more well known that like you should start acting first. There's a lot of people who are like, I can't afford to take the acting classes, or I can't afford to take off work to go audition for a play that will then take up all of this time when I've got bills to pay, because rent's expensive, y'all. And it's honestly just working on tongue twisters at home, learning mouth exercises, learning breathing exercises. The number one thing that I would recommend you do is just pick up a book and just start reading it out loud. And you'll naturally make different voices for each of the characters, because in your head you're trying to differentiate each other and learning how to narrate different types of scenes, like a fight scene or a pan over a grandiose scene of a castle, or just an awkward boy meeting a cute girl and he doesn't know what to do. That's always a fun scene.
That's really good. That's really good advice.
Actually.
Really good.
Yeah, that's actually
That's really good. Actually, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do that a lot, especially during the Corona times. It's something that I was taught by a man who's kind of like a godfather to me, who's voiced in 300 animes. He's like, hey, if you don't have money, do this. I was like, cool, let's do this. And it definitely helps, because when you're voice acting and you're trying to do voices and whatnot, it's best just to use your natural voice, because if you're cast as something and you're doing something weird like this and they want you to do this for 8 hours at a time and you can only do it for the 5 minutes that you needed it for your demo reel, and they ask you to do it and you don't deliver, that actually looks worse than not doing the voice at all. So something to think of when it comes to demo reels too.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, when I auditioned for a few things, it was okay, so you can do an accent, right? Really?
Who did you audition for? I want to hear it. Oh, story time! I want to hear it.
I actually auditioned for to be a part of, because they were getting ready to dub some Dragon Ball Super, because they were dubbing the movies, and I had
that's
auditioned.
Really cool. Wow.
In Mexico. I didn't get the part though, because they were trying to get 80, I don't know, I think it was for the Broly movie, and I was trying to get one of the one of the characters, in the movie. I don't know if you've seen it, but these two henchmen go to Earth, and Goku's on their ship, and he's breathing real hard, and he's scared of them.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Si no traemos las esferas de dragón, a prisa nos va a matar, pero si nos salimos, pero si no nos da los... Oh, damn it, I can't do it because I did it so well there. Si no nos damos las esferas de dragón, el Super Saiyajin nos va a matar.
Hey, that was actually really good. That was really good.
Las
esferas... I think the most nerve-wracking thing when it comes to being in anime and trying to get into anime, I remember from 2011 to 2014, Funimation had this period where they would do open auditions, and I got invited to 8 of them, which I didn't know was a lot at the time, but apparently it's a big deal because most people only got 3 or 4. And just going to a place like Funimation that you've built up in your head, oh my gosh, this is this great place, I'm thinking Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, excitement. And I get there and it's the sheer disappointment that's visible on my face when I see that it's just a warehouse. And then you get in there and the first audition I did, I sat down and they had binders there and it had characters from it, and I think it was for the anime Mirai Nikki. I was flipping through the characters and it was towards the first part of it, and I think they had already officially cast so there weren't really any major female characters that I could do. So I was just looking at newscaster roles and the little boy role or whatever, and the tension that's in that waiting room, because it's you and a couple of other people and they're all I'm taking these roles and you're not gonna have anything to do. Haha. It's a really bad way to explain it, but you could cut the tension in that waiting room with a butter knife. It was... Ooh.
Oh no, it's pretty tense. I can honestly tell you that it's pretty tense, because when I went to the office, it was a waiting room, and then it's an office, and then they had an additional room, a soundproof room where they did recordings. So it wasn't they were pretty straightforward. Okay, and they said to me in Spanish, okay, estamos buscando gente para hacer the voices en español para el nuevo anime de Dragon Ball. No sabemos si vamos a hacer la caricatura o vamos a hacer la película de Broly. So what they said is we don't know if we're going to do the anime or if we're going to do the movie Broly, but we're just looking for people to be a part of Dragon Ball. And I'm like, okay, so they had the henchmen for the Broly movie. At the time, I didn't realize that they were the henchmen. I didn't get the part because I couldn't really do it that well. But I also had auditioned to do the theme song for Super because at the time they were going to release Super. And like when they do Dragon Ball in Mexico, they dub everything, the songs.
They do.
Yep.
And they try to keep the original like material source, like when it comes to names, attacks, and everything. So it is nerve-wracking, and but it's like one of those things that you gotta like.
And can I add one thing to that though?
No.
No, but it's really nerve-wracking. I actually auditioned for a role last year. I was actually it was for like I had to play a foreign character in basically in Japan. It was like this anime called Shikizakura. That's what it was called.
Okay.
And it was part of a contest at Anime Expo, and I qualified by doing a YouTube video. I had to do all the voices on YouTube, and then I was going to AX anyway, so I was able to do it. All right, kill two birds, one stone. So round 2, what they did was they actually took one of us to the audition spot, and they actually had the staff, the director, the voice and the translator right there, and they had this the director had this face. He was like dead set. He's like, all right, don't screw up your life, as if your life's depending on it. I was like, oh shit, I'm fucking nervous. Oh god. And I kind of choked a bit. I actually did the voice, and he was like, oh. And he had this face. I'm like, impressive. And I see. And I was like, oh god, that's good, right? Oh god. But fortunately I did not qualify, but using that, my first audition, it kind of helped me getting other auditions, especially now with the White Claw, the White Claw virus.
Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention. Did I tell you earlier?
No,
Jen, that we do not say the name of the pandemic that's going on. We have to call it the White Claw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because due to okay, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just got to get this out there. Due to restrictions with YouTube and their policy, we will be demonetized if we say the name of the pandemic that's going on right now.
All right.
So White Claw virus for everyone out there named Kyle that likes to smash a wall, or everyone out there named Karen that wants to speak to a manager. Remember, White Claw, # not my virus.
So anyway, yeah, because the whole White Claw thing, when I was doing, now most people want auditions through like just audio or like not face to face but remotely. I was doing that now, and I've actually done a few auditions. Actually, recently, a little good news. Actually, I'm actually going to be I gain a role for a voice for a character for like a small podcast. So I don't know the look of the character, but it's going to be pretty exciting. But yeah, like how you said, when you audition, sometimes it kind of like, you get more anxious, you get more tension, but sometimes it's like
honestly,
a life lesson.
like in my eyes, like now that I've been in there and I've recorded, and like I can go on Funimation and be like, my voice is credited on there. I have an IMDb. I found out earlier this week. Like whoa. But it's like, for me, I'm like, it sounds really weird, but I think it's better to go in there and like choke your first audition, because everyone chokes it. If they didn't choke their first audition, they're lying.
Yeah, I know firsthand that.
It's better to choke your first audition and have that experience to be like, okay, well, now I know what to expect, and next time to go in there and like boss through it, than to get in there, choke your audition, get cast as something, and then you go in there freaking out, like trying to like recreate that when that's not normally you. That's just you choking. You get in there and you're like, oh, I don't know, what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess for anybody who wants to be a voice actor, I guess like at first you don't. It's basically like that analogy is like, at first you don't succeed, try again. I guess in a way, in that sense. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was always taught. A great philosopher, a genius. This man was ahead of his time. Once said, if you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
And drink water. Oh my God, drink water.
Drink water,
yeah. Idea how many people come in there with their Gatorades, their Cokes, their Dr. Peppers. Like, I'm a Dr. Pepper addict, but like, if you know you're gonna go in and record, like Funimation doesn't give you any more than 24 hours. Unless it's like you're going in on a Monday and they'll tell you on Friday. But I've had a happenstance where I've received an email at 11 p.m. and they wanted me to come in at 10 a.m. They didn't care that I had to work. They didn't care anything. They're like, 10 a.m., you're going to be here or not. And I was like, this is anime. I'm going to be there. I don't know what my job's going to do, but like, I'm going to be there.
That's dedication right there.
No,
you really have to be.
Right,
So
exactly.
like they don't. So they just call you and it's like you're doing voice acting at this time, at this date, or this audition.
They don't even call you. They email you.
What
So
the hell?
if you are somebody who's like more well known, like Chris Sabat, Monica Rial, like obviously you're gonna be in Funimation all the time, and a director can be like, oh hey, like yeah, I'll tell you in person. Can you come in here and here, and I'll have Tara, who's the talent coordinator, send you an email just so you can have it for your records and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can be like a director finds out they have an anime and they're given like a week or so to cast. Like sometimes they'll just look at the character sheet and be like, Jamie Markey is perfect for this character. All right, hey Jamie, yo, what's up? Next week.
that's. Oh my God, that's the whitest thing ever. Hey yo, what's up?
And then there's sometimes I remember there was one session, I think it was when I went in to record for Ace Attorney Season 2, and when it's a wallow work, you only have an hour to go in there, and there's 4 of you, and they have the individual bit parts, which is like 5 lines or less, and then you have the like background character noises, like people walking in the street and stuff like that. And we finished so early, and so my director, Kyle Phillips, great guy, go love on him. He voices Denki in
My Hero.
My Hero Academia. He walked around the studio to see if there were any directors who needed anything, and he's like, okay, cool. I have somebody who needs something, but actually whoever's left, because one girl had to leave, the 3 of you get back in the booth. So the 3 of us crammed back into the booth. And he's like, hey, I have this scene here that I don't know if you guys know what it is. Like, I just need some background noises here. And this boy pulls up Fairy Tale like it's nothing. And I'm like, my inner fangirl is like, oh my God, Fairy Tale! Because Fairy Tale is like one of my all-time favorite like animes. So I was Lamia scale background characters for that. And then after that, so now I have an unexpected second anime title under my name, even though it's additional voices. It's still really cool to have your name associated with it.
Right.
You're like, all right, Jen, I need you to go to Studio I to record Nichijou with Jade Saxton. And I was like, oh my God, I love Jade Saxton.
Okay. Go back. To record who with what?
It's a show called Nichijou, also known as My Ordinary Life, and she was recording with Jade Saxton, and she's like a pretty well-known voice actor, and especially for Funimation. And
yeah. And I like in my head I was freaking out, and like I'm walking around like in my head freaking out, but like outwardly I'm like, I gotta stay composed. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to be that one fangirl who's like, oh my God! So I'm walking, and I realize I don't know where Studio I is. So I'm like hanging around Studio H, because you know HIJK. I'm looking around. Nope, it's a little further down the hall. So I find it. I go in, and in my head I'm like, oh my God, it's Jade Saxton. Hi, Jade Saxton. Nice to meet you. She's like, okay, get in the booth. So I get in the booth, and she's like, hey, I need you just to do this character. I put the headphones on. I look at the screens, and I'm like, oh my God, I love her so much, because her lines were notice, scream, panic. That's it. And I had so much fun with that. It was like literally like a 2-second recording. She had to do my notice, but like that's it. She's like, okay, cool, thanks, bye. So I got 3 anime credits in one day. I was like,
awesome. That's really cool. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That must have been fun.
To address something you had said earlier about people choking during their first attempt, it's not just voice acting when you're auditioning for the first time where you will choke. It's doing anything that involves
Public
speaking, hosting like panels definitely panels. Stand-up
Panels,
comedy,
yeah.
stand-up comedy being on stage.
Open mic and all that.
The first time I did open mic for stand-up comedy, I choked horribly.
Oh, yeah.
I remember doing panels, and I'm just like I had like questions and what to talk about.
I think I remember one of your earlier panels where you
Hi.
I think I've been to one of your panels. I think your earlier ones where you kind of like you would start the panel like hi.
Hi. Just like I have like a little like like sheet or something, and I'm just like, okay, this is.
How do I start this? You had to
That's
like
oh my gosh, that's like
down.
if
Hello,
you
how are
couldn't tell, I'm the host.
I am a host.
yeah, like filler words like that, or like like things like that. They are not looking for that in the booth. Like they're gonna they give you one play of the Japanese version, and then you gotta lip sync to it. You
Right.
literally, well, actually voice, not lip sync, but like voice it, and you're like, well, hope this works.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something. So while everybody has a chance, Saki Kitty's like, no, no. So I want when everybody gets a chance, I want you to find like a script of an anime somewhere online right now on Google. Take like a couple minutes to find a script, and we're gonna have everybody read it to like their best acting ability for everyone.
No.
Yes, especially Saki, especially Miss. Hey. I can hear somebody's phone ringing, and it's not mine.
It's not mine either.
It's not mine. My phone's not ringing.
Wait, is that my mom? My mom is super active tonight. All right, come on, Saki Kitty. You know you want the attention.
No.
Oh, everybody notice me.
Nope.
I want everyone to be my senpais.
I don't want nobody to be my senpai.
It's not gonna end well.
I got a script ready, so I already got that.
He's like, I can't prepare. I carry a script everywhere I go.
Whatever. I'm trying to find one.
No,
I put everyone on the spot. Well, everybody's looking for a script. Damn, our
I'm not
audience.
looking.
Our audience is fluctuating. We went from 15 to 7. Now we're back at 7 again. So it's fluctuating. I know it's late. I know it's a lot later than we said, but we have a good audience, so this is interesting. Damn it. By the way, Saki Kitty, Jen will be joining us Monday for the Nice Guys at Cons.
Oh, that's gonna
Simcast.
be fun.
For those of you that are wondering, Monday at 7 p.m., Geeks 5 Ever, along with
the
several
joy.
other hosts, will host a trash-talking podcast about nice guys at conventions, where we
Simp.
describe everything from the simps to the thirsty, people that will buy women $300 worth of gifts and be friend zoned and then rant on Facebook. You can join us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's a really good voice, man. That was
That's
awesome.
actually really nice. That's a good voice. You need to be a bit.
That's a good narration
Thank
voice.
you. I do a lot of mimicking. Live this Sunday on pay-per-view, WWE presents Money in the Bank. 6 competitors will climb the corporate ladder to win the contract that guarantees them a title shot for the next 12 months. Live on pay-per-view. Also sign up for the WWE Network and get Money in the Bank free. Holy
There you
shit.
go. That was good. That was really good.
Damn.
Oh, my voice.
That was incredible.
I am not prepared for this podcast. I have no water. I have lemonade, and that's not going to help. I always have to have water with me.
Dynamite. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I found a script and it's kind of like poorly translated, so this is gonna be kind of funny.
Okay, one more voice, and then we'll do the scripts. One more voice. Let me see.
Okay.
Do you want every one of us to do a voice just before we read the script?
Yeah, sure. That'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah, let's do that.
I had to call in for work because I took a huge crap and found corn, and I asked myself, when the hell did I have corn? I'm gross. I'm sorry. My voice. Those things hurt.
Yeah, That's why you gotta drink water, because that's what.
Yeah,
helps,
no,
like,
that's why
your throat.
the water is important, especially because when I met the voice actor of Majin Buu, I want to do my impersonation. Boo! Ha ha! Me gonna eat you up!
Boo, it's chocolate!
You make Boo angry! I can't do any water. Oh, Mr. Satan, dude. Oh, yeah, I can't believe it. Finally, an adversary I can actually defeat.
Nice.
Well, Pan.
Our ghost Nappa. Vegeta. Hey, look, Vegeta. More bald people. There's the two tall ones and the short one. Look, Vegeta. It's a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm Chaozu. Chaozu. Did you hear that, Vegeta? It's a Chaozu. I'm gonna catch it.
I hear it already, Nappa. I already know it's not a Pokemon. It's a Digimon.
Look,
Ooh,
Vegeta.
yes, Digimon.
Nerds.
What is happening?
I don't know. We're
Quoting the abridged series.
Prepare yourself, Kakarot.
Oh no.
all right. Who's ready to read their script? Who wants to do a voice and then read the script?
Okay. Does it have to be the voice we use on the script, or can it be separate?
No, it can be separate.
Okay. Who wants to start?
Oh, well, you open your mouth first, so
All right, yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
you ask questions.
Yeah, that's true.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship.
Oh, shit.
Needs more energy.
All right, yeah.
More energy.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll just start the script. It should be a different character.
Okay.
I found it was just like a random script that just came out. It says anime script by voice actor website staff. Okay. All right, so here we go. You don't understand. Why do you not believe me? When the signs of evil are all about you, look at me. Look at me. I'm the only one who could save you. The only one who knows how these creatures think. Who knows their weaknesses. How's that?
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, your script is short.
Yeah, it's like a paragraph, but if you would like, I could read the whole thing.
I have like a whole page.
Go for it. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's got 3 different characters on it.
Oh no.
And a narration. Oh no. What if it's a boy? I kind of want to just like go until I get to the boy and just do a stupid voice.
Alright then, if you want to do it, just go ahead. It's not going to hurt anybody.
Hey now, what are you doing?
That's That was good. That was
That was really good.
that was good.
That's the voice that I use for Urarika and Kurarika, and I could do that voice for 8 hours. But that makes me sound like I'm 3, and I already sound like I'm 12, and I'm trying to get away from that stigma. But I don't have a deep, sultry voice, so I'm kind of stuck with it. Okay. You don't understand. I don't have any money now. Don't you get it? I just have the money to pay your monthly. It got cut off. Hello. Can you go back to the script? My phone was like, no. My phone was like, no, child. What are you doing? All right. You don't understand. I don't have any money now. Don't you get it? I just have money to pay the monthly money for your school. You like that horrible translation? Well, just give me the money, Mom. Here you are. Mom, I use this money for registration tomorrow, okay? Oh my god, it's so horrible. Wait, what are you doing? Stop it! I don't know. What are you gonna do with that money? It's for your school. I can't even tell the emotions that I'm supposed to be doing.
No, that's good. It was really good.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to do at least one of the male lines. Me? What? I was just passing by your house. Why? Oh no. The struggle bus. Alright, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
All right, Saki Kitty. Saki Kitty. Saki.
Saki Kitty.
Saki Kitty.
Introducing the participant, Saki Kitty.
No!
Damn, you act like we're torturing you.
I don't want to do it. The only thing I'm looking at right now is like Hellsing Abridged quotes.
I will read. You know what?
what?
I will read lines from terrible fan fiction. Okay.
Oh
Just doing
no.
it in a narration voice. There you go.
The
Oh,
sponge
okay.
looked at the former president of the United States. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
I'm
read that.
trying
That's
to
awful.
think, like,
The sponge
the one
read.
quote that
The
I like
sponge was
from-
with the president of the United States.
Oh no.
All right, let me see. I guess I can go next.
Yay.
Ugh. I'm not even ready because my throat actually hurts from doing the damn voice.
Just cut a wrestling promo.
Well, I already did a voice. I'm gonna read. Obviously, I'm gonna read a Dragon Ball Z script.
There you go.
So.
Okay, come on. I can't win.
Oh no.
Gohan, listen very carefully. You must leave this planet now and take Piccolo with you. Got it? This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Get out of here now, Gohan! Gohan, it's time. Piccolo's our only chance of bringing the others back to this dimension. Take him to the ship and go. Don't worry about me now. I know why I'm here. Where I'm needed to be. Ugh, I fucked that up.
No, that was good. That was actually pretty good. That was
Yeah.
very good.
I
You got
am
a
the
lot of
hope.
bass in your voice.
I am the hope of the universe. I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am the protector of the innocent. I am the light in the
Nightmare.
darkness. Ally to good. Nightmare to you. No, he says that calm, and then he says
he
it
goes
angry.
like, nightmare to good.
And he says, I'll destroy both before... I can't do Frieza, but he says, I'll destroy us both before I let you live. Either way, you'll never make it out of here alive. We'll see about that. Because Goku goes from, hey guys, my name is Goku, to, I call this Super Saiyan 3. He's really bipolar.
Yeah, it's like he goes from like, hey, it's me, Goku, to,
Hey,
time to turn Super Saiyan 3.
I am the champion of justice, defender of peace. I am the great Saiyaman. Internal monologue. Nailed it.
Nailed it. That was good. That was really good, man.
Yes. Don't be afraid to get a little further away from the mic. You were peaking a lot, but like you've got that like natural bass in your voice.
Oh yeah.
That'll make the microphone peak a little bit more. So I'd say like get another inch or two back when you're getting really loud.
I know. My bad. But in Spanish is yo soy Goku and yo soy un Super Saiyajin. I don't want to scream into the mic.
Yo soy Goku y yo soy un Super Saiyan G.
Goku no es el único Super Saiyajin. Aquí miras otro.
Aquí es mira otro Kakarota.
Me llamo Trunks. Yo soy del futuro.
Me llamo Trunks. Yo soy el futuro.
No, yo soy de el futuro. I'm not. You're saying
soy
I'm
del
Trunks. I'm the
futuro.
future.
I'm from the future.
Like,
Come on,
use that
Saki
hand
Kitty.
looking at the camera.
Say something, Saki Kitty. You can't get away.
No.
We let you slide with too much. I let you slide with them damn panels.
If you want, we could read it with you. Just like do like one like. There you go. Just read it with you. The script.
I'm reading shit. I struggle to read these scripts.
Please let him. Please let
Like
him do
I
it.
don't have. I just don't have. The only thing I could really do is like a Russian accent. So if
Yeah,
there's
just
like
any-
any
honestly,
Russian
Pretend to
pretty
be
good.
our dad. Channel your inner dad.
So people who are new to the stream, like every single time I talk about my dad, I have to, or he's like saying something, I have to do it in a Russian accent. It's like, and all my friends know this. They're like, every single time I talk to my dad, you know, I just have to talk to him or do his voice in a Russian accent. But like now I'm on the spot and I'm like, I don't know if I could do shit.
Oh, okay. I want to do a Russian accent. I'm gonna do one of the.
Okay.
I'm gonna do one of the Dragon Ball Z lines, but with a Russian accent. It's
Oh.
King Kai, the final attack. Through
Okay.
telepathic conversation. Comrade.
Goku.
This is King Kai. Can you hear me, comrade? Goku, please answer me. This is King Kai calling you, comrade. Now look. I know you can hear me, Goku. I haven't done it in years. Yeah.
That's cool. It's good. That was really good, actually.
Yeah, man, Goku, this is King Kai, man, calling you telepathically, man. Answer the phone.
When you have to speak in like an accent, a lot of voice actors will have like a certain phrase that they can like just say out naturally in the accent to get them back in it if they're struggling. Like for French, it's like I can just say "Parlez-vous français?" and I can go straight into a French accent.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying
Oh,
comrade.
that's-
That honestly, that is what I did with the comrade. Like, comrade, I am from
Yeah,
Soviet
it's
Russia.
like you have to get enough. Your brain has to like get used to it. It's like, Monsieur, would you like to eat the pineapple pie?
Yes.
like with British accents, I always have to say chip chip cheerio. Good day, mate. No, that's Australians.
That's Australian, yeah.
God damn it! I always mix up the two. Chip chip cheerio. Excuse me, sir. May I have some more? No.
Boy,
damn it.
Excuse
what
me,
is this man trying to
Can I have
do?
some
Is he
more?
trying to be some tango?
I always do like, do you want a spot of tea?
Yeah.
I
Do you want
can
some
eat
pots
a
of
spot
tea
of
and some
tea.
crumpets?
Crikey.
That's crazy,
What is
mate.
wrong?
Have you ever had some cheese?
I don't
Hello.
believe this shit.
For the amount of times for fan projects that you see accents, it's
Mhm.
very rare for you to go into like a professional paid project and they'll ask you to do an accent. It's very, very rare for that to happen.
Well, it's really, when it comes to accents, there's a lot of gray area when it comes to upsetting people, so that's why they try to avoid it.
Then you've got
Right.
like characters like Moondoggy who are like, good luck and get chance. And it's like, oh, all right.
And then you
Love
have
that.
Jace from Dragon Ball.
But there's different, depending on where you're trying to do, because I know like in Greece there's different accents, and there's also their quote unquote like there's Texans. Texas has their different accents, and then there's Southern Texan, which they
Right.
have a different accent. So you have to choose which one you want to use. Technically when I speak Greek, it's more
Yeah.
of like Southern Greek than actually city Greek apparently. So I speak in a sense country Greek. Because there's different pronunciations and sounds that you do.
Yeah, same with German, because I took, ich hatte auf der Schule vier Jahre in Deutsch gelernt, so I had gone to school and learned German for 4 years, and the German that we learned is more of like the proper, like business meeting kind of German, and there's like 5 different slang dialects that I know none of, so if I could go there, I could probably save myself from major embarrassment, but most of the words I've learned are probably pretty darn useless.
I love being able to speak Spanish.
It always feels nice. Also, like just speaking an accent, it just feels really cool.
Yeah, because
sometimes.
like
And-
it's like you got the different, like every other language, you got the different accents, including Spanish. Like,
right.
hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Jesse. Aquí estamos con Geeks para hablando en español para toda la gente que están hablan español, que son de México o Texas, que también hablan español al mismo tiempo. Y aquí estamos con Telemundo hablando en español porque aquí estamos en radio. ¡Ay!
Univisión.
Univisión,
45.
go!
That really got away from you.
Jen's like, huh? What? Did I push the SAP button?
Yeah, I think we did.
It's like, ¿cómo se dice en español? That's like the most crazy thing I can say in Spanish.
So besides voice acting, what else do you do? Because I know we've talked about some of the other things you do. I know you stream.
I've known you, I know you for.
Okay,
like,
no, we've known each other for years, but the people don't know you. So you gotta understand that when I ask you these questions, I'm asking these questions from their point of view.
Okay. So, I stream on and off if I'm feeling like it. I do a lot of.
If I feel
That sounds so bad, but it's true. I used to have a set stream schedule, and I would stream for like 4 hours a night for like 4 nights a week. And I'd be working on like costuming or digital art. There were some streams where I would actually wear a cosplay and like talk to people. And so nowadays, like every once in a while, I'll play like some games or I'll hop on there. And I've got my loyal following, I guess. I call them the Potato Battalion because like we're all potatoes because we're all beautiful. So I have some like really amazing members in my Potato Battalion who like message me once a month. And
I
they're
think
like,
I would stop watching your channel if you called me a potato. Did you just call me brown?
It's like, finding
I know I'm brown. The cops remind me every time I'm on the freeway. Hey, pull over. ¿Dónde están tus papeles?
It's less that and more of fox potato.
I know. I'm messing with you.
So my channel has like a theme of foxes and potatoes because foxes are my favorite animals. And
You are like the 5th person who I have met in the span of like 12 months that like are just foxes are my spirit animal. I love them.
I didn't say it's my spirit animal.
I'm not
No,
saying
but I
you,
love
but you
them.
said you love them. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that you're like.
Have you seen foxes? How can you not?
They're like a dog and a cat into one.
I don't even like cats. I like dogs.
I actually
They're
did
like
seriously look
domesticated
at the
foxes.
regulations and whatnot to like own a fox, and you can't own a fox in Texas for like residential or pet. Like, I don't know how to
Says
say it.
who? The government? Ha!
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna
Yeah.
listen to the
Actually-
government?
Yeah, government.
Man, my neighbors have pet chickens in the city.
Yeah, chickens aren't illegal. Foxes, in
But my
in the
neighbors
state
are.
of Texas, you have to. Well,
Wow,
Whoa.
shit.
I wasn't expecting
Wow.
that.
No, me and my neighbors have a really good relationship, so we help them out a lot. One of our neighbors, he's always outside his house drinking beer. And my cousin rolled
That's
up for
why-
Thanksgiving. In the car he's driving right now is an old cruiser unit. So it's still black and white, but it still looks like a cop car. So every time my cousin rolls in, my neighbor runs inside the house and just leaves his beer out there. And will not come back out to drink on his front lawn until my cousin leaves.
Oh,
And I know this is legit because it's happened 4 times and I've watched him.
Okay, so like a police cruiser, is it one of those Crown Vics?
Yeah, it's one of the decommissioned.
That was my first car. The first car I ever owned was a 2005 Ford Crown Victoria, and it is a decommissioned police car. That thing was a tank. Oh my god. Horrible
Yeah,
gas mileage.
yeah, they are. They really are. But I mean, my neighbors do all kinds of illegal shit they're not supposed to be doing. They were roasting a whole pig in their backyard, not on a grill, not
Yeah,
on
like
a
on a
pit. Like they had like a spear through it, and they had it like
Yeah.
like a rotisserie on. The fire was on the floor. That's illegal in the city.
Oh no.
And they didn't give 2 shits.
Neighbors, please don't burn my house down.
Are you shitting me? I was over there too. Hey, can I get some?
They're having fun.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
I'll take a beer and some pastor, por favor. Tripa. Taco, burrito.
But yeah, I stream. I cosplay. I've been cosplaying since 2010. I used to be a cosplay spokesperson / cosplay model for Milano.com. That was fun because back then Milano had a horrible reputation. So they were actually just looking. It's true. Everyone was like anyone who knew anything would tell you to steer clear of Milano. Nobody go to Milano.
No,
unless have their
it's just funny that you mention a group that has a bad reputation. When when 70% of our podcasts are about talking about Matsuri and its bad reputation.
Oh, we get a lot of
I
views. when
I knew we were gonna bring this up. It had to be. I think your podcast rule should be at least bring up Matsuri at least once.
That's right. Today's podcast is brought to you by Anime Matsuri. Fuck you.
Oh, no. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, no. So they had a really bad reputation, and I guess they were just trying to rebrand. So they found a whole bunch of like cosplayers. Well, they didn't find them. They were like, hey, this is our page that has 100,000 followers. Anybody who cosplays, who wants to be a brand model, let us know. So you could apply, and they'd be like, yeah, you're great. Nah, never mind, bruh. Go away.
Never mind, bruh.
They did. They denied like 2 of my friends, and I was like, dude, y'all got like, I'm not gonna be accepted. Like, you guys are pretty. I'm just a potato. And I got the email, and they were like, yeah, choose your costumes. Like, you can have up to 2 costumes. The order can't total over $200, and we'll pay for everything. We'll send it. I got it, and the costumes themselves weren't horrible.
They weren't good though, right? Because the way you said it.
So,
Right.
the first cosplay I got was Kanade from Angel Beats. Love that character, super sweet. The buttons were falling off the top, the top was a little too big, but everything else like fit perfectly. So I was like, buttons are an easy thing to do. Taking it in is okay. I'd rather it be too big than too small. So I was like, 6 out of 10. Cool. The other one was C2 from Code Geass. It was her like jumpsuit, white jumpsuit with all the buckles on it.
Oh, okay.
So I have thighs that have been blessed by Thor himself, the thunderiest of thunder thighs, and I fit in it except for the thunder thighs. So I had to actually like modify the costume, and so I was like, this is a lot more modifications than just taking it in. So I made it to where I could wear it, yes, but like if I just received the costume like that, like the dimensions, like the sizing on their website said it would fit me, and it didn't. So I was like 0 out of 10, and they're like, "This is great. Choose your next costume." I was like, "Dude, I just."
It's like, you're not even getting the costumes in the right dimensions.
I was like, I just can't. I literally, because the deal was you had to get the costumes, you would have to wear them, you would have to post at least 10 pictures on your social media, set up 2 different types of photo shoots, an indoor one and an outdoor one, just so different lighting and stuff like that. And then you had to make a whole bunch of posts and make a review video of each costume. So I did all of that. And I was like, did you guys even see my videos? Did you? I was like, here's C2 costume. I gave it a 0 out of 10. I did not recommend. You really want me to?
He's like, this costume is shit.
Yeah.
And so they're like,
I'm like, that's great. Do another one.
So they're like, okay, choose your next costume. Again, can't be over $100. And here's your new list of requirements that you can do either once the costume gets there or like while you're waiting. And so one of the requirements was I had to like make a video of myself going around a convention in one of the cosplays and like asking people questions about like, do you know Milano? What's their reputation? Would you recommend it? And of course,
Kind of like an ambassador.
Yeah, brand ambassador. And of course they're like, edit out all the bad ones, and I was like, that's gonna be everything. But okay,
I would keep the bad ones. Do you know this cosplay company group? Who?
Yeah.
There you go. It's in the video.
It's like, oh, the Milano review, and then like the next day, the real Milano review, with all the actual people like, no. And so they're like, okay, do this. So I did that at Anime Fest, and it was exactly how I thought. Like, I was like, hey, would you like to be in a video? I'm a brand ambassador for Milano, and like I had a couple of people who were like, oh hell yes. Excuse my French.
Wait, go back.
Oh, no.
Why did? Wait, what? What?
It's a saying.
What? Excuse your French, but you didn't say anything French.
It's a saying. Oh my gosh. Back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, people would say "pardon my French" when they cuss.
Oh, yeah, it's basically the equivalent of "pardon my language" and all
Yeah.
that.
Man, whatever. I grew up in I grew up with my grandparents who only speak Spanish, and it used to be like, "Niño terco, ¿qué estás haciendo? No seas menso, no seas baboso." Like, Grandma, stop cussing.
So I never actually got my next costume because I wanted to do Asuna from Sword Art Online because I was really into it at that time before everyone started like saying it was horrible.
I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry if I keep yawning. I woke up at 2 a.m. and I have not slept since.
That's scary.
I know, because I'm old. I need a nap. When you're my age, you need a nap or you start getting cranky.
Oh my gosh, yes. Naps.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I take naps now.
Would you like cash or would you like naps?
Naps hands down. Other than that, cosplay-wise, I cosplayed for a little while. I did some photo shoots. I even guested at a convention as a cosplay guest. It was TexanCon 2015. It was a little small like community college convention. I was like, hey, they're gonna pay for my badge. They're gonna pay for my like hotel room. And I was like thinking in my head because I knew it was gonna be small. And day one, the first thing they did was put my panel. Day one, 10 a.m. And I was like, ain't nobody gonna be at this panel. So I was like, you know what? My panel was supposed to be about like how to get into cosplaying, and like modesty within cosplaying, because they wanted like stuff like that for their convention for the younger kids. And I was like, okay. I was like, ain't nobody gonna show up to this panel at 10 a.m. So I was like, dude, where's the closest McDonald's? And I just bought like a huge spread of like McDonald's food, and I went in there and I set up the whole McDonald's spread on the like panel table, and I sat in the back of the room in one of like the little rolly chairs they had, and like I just sat there filming everyone who came in to grab a burger. I was like, I wonder how many people are gonna like come in and ask or come in and be like, what? And I was like, you want some food? I got some food.
That reminds me of Delta H Con, I think 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 2016 or 2017. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, so we had a panel Sunday, and we're all like, I'm sick. I drank too much.
Like, hey,
Why didn't you stop me? And then we're all like, and they're like, Goku, you have a panel? No, my last one was last night. I'm done. And 17's like, I have a panel. It's Sword Art Online versus Log Horizon. And I'm like, shit. And then like, but we're starving. We're like, okay, let's go get food before the panel starts. So we go out and get taqueria around us. We got tortas. Tortas.
They're very good.
Then we went, and the place was like 10 minutes away. We get to the panel 30 minutes late. And there are 15 people in there. I'm like, oh shit, there are more people in here than I thought. And they're waiting. I'm like, hey, are y'all here for the panel? Yeah, we've been waiting for the host forever. That's us. So we're sitting there and we spread out our Mexican food and we're just eating in front of everybody. And I'm just like, it's not even my panel, so I don't give a shit.
I forgot about my chicken nuggets.
I'm like, pasta sauce. And my friend's like, yeah, so Log Horizon versus Sword Art Online. The first person to open their mouth was Sword Art Online sucks. It's trash. And then like it became a 30-minute rant about why Sword Art Online was stupid.
It's pretty much, it was a versus panel disguised as a single one-sided
So
panel.
that's the beauty of versus panel. Our versus panels is we allow the audience to come up to the stage and speak. And so like any of our versus panel goes is this. So we pick 2 animes, like Digimon versus Pokemon, and then we like announce them,
Digimon.
like two of the most iconic monster-based animes worldwide finally go head-to-head in an open mic trash-talking slugfest. Both fandoms can come up and trash-talk the other. Which one is better? The digital monsters of the Digimon multiverse or the pocket monsters that you gotta catch them all? And so we allow people to come up and take the mic and trash-talk each fandom. And like the cons at first didn't understand that concept. They're like, what? Wait, what do you do? Oh, we're there to make sure they don't start fist fighting. Because it's almost tapping.
Yeah, I've been to their panels. It's pretty much, it's just expecting people just basically battle roast each other essentially.
Oh, you've been to a lot of my panels. You've been to the cosplay dating game.
Yep.
Dude,
Also,
I just want to go to one of these panels just to like see it all go down.
So,
Yeah.
so when we started hosting our panels, we're like, hey guys, this is so and so, and I am the host. So this is how it works. So that's how I first started. I was like Saki Kitty. Hi, hi. To now I'm like, all right. I'm like,
my panel. Yes, what are we doing today?
So now this is how I do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Geeks 5 Ever proudly presents Dragon Ball versus Naruto. Now this is a fan versus fandom panel. This is open mic, so if you are easily offended, please leave the panel now. If you stay from this point forward, you forfeit any rights you have to being offended. And if you are easily offended, then we will make fun of you by singing one song and one song only. Every party needs a pooper. That's why they invited you. Party pooper. Party pooper.
Actually, that kind of reminded me of there was one panel you did. I think it was the Digimon versus Pokemon one in Matsuri like 3 years ago. That there was that family who was like,
oh my god, I remember that. So this family shows up. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, this panel is a 14 plus This panel is for teens of 14 plus. So if you have small children, you can stay, but parental discretion is advised. And the guy got up, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. It should have said on the, no, you don't know anything about Pokemon or Digimon. They're for children. And then, like, as he was walking out of the panel, I'm like, listen, guy, I didn't tell you to have kids. They're called condoms. Learn how to use them.
Yeah, I was there. I remember hearing that. It was, and that panel room was really full. That thing that was like a.
All of my panels were full at Anime Matsuri. Jose Blastoise has joined the chat. He says, I love that everybody nods when the food is mentioned. The panel was mainly guys discussing about it themselves, like the audience was the panel. LO. Jesus, I think I've been to each panel you're talking about. Yeah, so Jose and Carlos have Blastoise. He's known as Blastoise. They've both been to a lot of my panels. They've been to my panels when they've only had 10 people, and they've been to them when they have 500 people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back.
All right.
I also have a story of a panel that it wasn't even my panel to do. All right. So I was doing, I did panels for the first time at Delta H, which, thank you, Delta H. It was like my first time like doing panels, and as you heard what Goku said, I was a nervous wreck. I was like, oh shit, I actually have to do public speaking.
Right.
Feel that force. But anyway, so I was doing panels again, and I did like leatherworking a few years ago, and I said, I'm not going to do it, this year. I'm going to do like LEDs and stuff like that, And there was this one panel that apparently it was for leatherworking, and I didn't get any information to do leatherworking, and it said it was a panel that somebody else was doing. And so I was going to like, oh, hey, you do leatherworking, right? I was like, yeah, well, this is your panel. I was like, no one told me to do this panel, and they're like, no, my name's not on the list on here, or the panel list. It's, obviously doesn't say Saki K on there. So they're like, yeah, but apparently this panelist never showed up to do his own panel for leatherworking.
The fuck?
And so they're like, we need someone to cover because there's actually a group of people that want to learn. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to join in. So I was like, all right, I'll just like wing this panel. I had because last time I actually had like materials, leatherwork tools,
right,
pictures, everything, and I'm coming in here was just like with my fucking phone, and I'm like, all right, we're just gonna wing this. And it was actually surprisingly, because when I did my leather panel, I was so nervous, but this time I had no materials, just my phone and some of my progress pictures, and that was it. And there was just a group of people. I was like, all right, let's just come together. There's no point of y'all sitting. There's only like a couple of y'all. Come together, ask me questions. I'll show you pictures. I'll give you examples. Let's just have an open discussion about it. And it was actually one of the better ones that I did. So it wasn't even my panel that I did, but I got like used to being, I would say, more open and friendlier to people, and not so nervous and have so much anxiety. Because like I want to mess up on speaking with words. So if it happens, it happens. I'm like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to. Let's continue on.
Like when I first hosted panels, it was nerve-wracking. I didn't have introductions. It was kind of like, okay, what do I do? How do I get people? It was really difficult for me to get people involved. But now, like, I don't have to try that hard. I just go out there. Hello, everybody. This is a fandom panel, so why don't you come over here and talk some shit? Oh, hell, yeah, I'm down.
That's pretty much how it is, yeah. Was there like a favorite panel moment? Was there like any instances of like that? Was there any moment where you said,
"Oh, welcome back"?
Oh, welcome back.
The audience assumed that you had to go poop.
They would be incorrect.
Okay, somebody
get up every like hour or two.
We made bets, so somebody owes me $5.
Oh, who was that?
No, I'm messing with you.
Oh.
No, we were talking about panels. We were talking about hosting panels. So Carlos, your question, Keyblade Sonic, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Whoops.
Oof. No, but the question I was asking is, was there a moment, a panel, was there any instant moment that like pops in your head, like whether it was like something bad happened or something funny happened? Any panel moments?
Yes, plenty. Yeah. But I have like 3, so I'm gonna share 3 moments.
All right.
Got my chicken nuggets.
I'm gonna try to guess if I was there for them.
You were there for one of them. You were there, definitely there for one of them.
Okay.
So one of my top favorite moments was at Comic Palooza. We were hosting Digimon versus Pokemon as a kids panel. So this teenager comes up, Pokemon rules, because we got Pokemon Go, and we got Pikachu, and we got this, and we got that, and because Pokemon gotta catch them on, it's catchy. Yeah, and it's this teenager. This teenager's like, yeah, Pokemon hype, punch a wall, hype. You can hear Jen laughing from the distance. And then here comes this like little 6-year-old. And I'm like, oh, look at the little 6-year-old. He's representing Digimon. And this kid starts spitting out equations and quotes from the anime and episode line, like the episode number and like frame number and lines. I'm like, the
Okay,
fuck?
but every Digimon stan is like that. Like, I used to be like that. Anybody who watches Digimon and stans Digimon, yeah.
This
we
was a
like that.
6-year-old though.
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
that.
And I
So for me-
and I literally had to take the mic from the kid and I was like, damn, you see that kid? I'm going to work for him one day. Jose says panels look like a lot of fun to host. I took over one at Delta. It was the Pokemon Battle panel, kind of like the feeling of hosting panels, but no one talks about it. A nasty, the Nazi that took over Goku's and hit the damage.
Yeah,
So
the
I'll talk about
Nazi.
that a little later. Because I try not to bring that up too much because it's like it's old news and
Right.
I don't like thinking about that.
You just want to move on from it, yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, Blastoids, that happened during like during a really rough time in my
2018.
life. This was 2018. This was the year that I found out that my grandfather was going to pass away, and he passed away, and this was the same year I found out I was going to be a dad.
Mhm.
So I lost my grandfather, but I was gaining a daughter, and
She's
that
cute, by the way. I love his daughter.
so
Yeah, it's a
um,
really nice daughter. Really
so like my life has been like.
up and down.
Yeah, it's been really up and down because there's just so much that happens because Geeks 5 Ever as a group heavily relies on me, and I've come to the point in my life where I'm telling everybody, listen, I can't do everything anymore. So I started giving other group members responsibilities to start taking over. So so anyways, that's one of the three. So the second one of the second panel moments that stuck out. So in the Super Cosplay Dating Game show, the Super Cosplay Dating Game is we took the original dating game and added to it. So
Expanded.
we expanded on it. So the way it works is you have a bachelorette, and you have 3 contestants that they will ask questions to. Their gender is based on the sexual preference of the character. So like this isn't real dating. This is all for shits and giggles. So they'll ask inappropriate questions and they'll answer while in character. So we added stuff to it. Why do I hear Mexican music?
Oh yeah, it's my folks are having a party in the
I'm
garage.
like, dude, I am coming to your place right now. Me dejó mi esposa, ya no trabaja mi carro. Oh. Anyways, so
I
we
need
added
us,
stuff
I
to
got
it.
all
Like,
that.
so instead of picking one person like as their date, they pick 2 people, but they can only take one as a date. So they have to have a battle, and the battle can be anything. Both contestants have to agree to do the battle though. So they'll do like twerking contests or moaning contests or strip teases or whatever. Like these are legit battles that they do, and we'll play like old school rap and hip hop whenever they start dancing, like the old school shit, the gangster shit, the shit that I grew up on. And it's so badass. So we introduced a new we wanted to make this even bigger and better. We're always thinking of ways to make our panels better. We want our audience to interact with our panel. All of my panels, the audience is 50% of the panel. So I'm like, how can I get the audience more involved? And I realized, you know what? I'm a wrestling fan, and the audience is always involved in the wrestling shows. So
Right.
that's what I need to do. So
They
I
make or
introduced the
break the
concept.
show.
Right. They make or break the show. So I introduced the concept. All right. And I told everybody, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody's up here and you believe they suck, I want you, and I would point at people, I want you to boo them off the fucking stage. I want them, if you think they suck, you tell them to get off my stage.
Nuclear heat.
And and like, so as soon as I said that, we had, all right, we're going to get that group of trapped sailor scouts to come up here and answer the questions. So they're the contestants, and then we have a bachelorette. And so there's like 7 of them. And the bachelorette asked a question, and they were all answering it one by one. And they were so bad. Like, these guys were like, they're like, oh, everybody's like, my friend put it to you. He put it in a good way. He described it in a good way. They're eye candy, but they have no charisma.
Oh.
By the end of the first question, only 3 were left on that stage because 4 of them got booed.
Yeah, they did.
And they mercilessly.
Which 3 were left?
I forgot.
But I'm Ben Stella Jupiter. That's Dan me some.
I think that's one of the first ones that got booed off. They booed off these dudes, and they're all like posing and trying to look pretty and all that shit. So I heard even the girls were boo, get off the stage. You suck.
Boo every contestant.
They did. Only 3 survived. Only 3 people survived the first question.
That's amazing.
Out of 7.
Dude.
They tried to do fan service, and then I could just hear people bow. And it wasn't like just like subtle boos. No, it erupted. My friend's like, dude, I could hear booing from outside, and I thought the panel was like sucking.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
So that's the second biggest like thing. The first biggest one.
You're sick in the background.
I know. It's throwing me off.
I'm sorry, they're very loud.
So we were at Anime Austin last year obviously in Austin, Texas.
You know the music kind of fits the story. Might as well just lay along with it.
And it's so great too because I'll walk around in a poncho and sombrero with a sign that says "Don't deport me."
Oh no!
And ironically, I almost got deported. And I will share that story later. But the number one story that sticks out is Anime Austin last year. We're getting ready to host Terrible Fan Fiction. Actually, we're hosting Terrible Fan Fiction. And like 3 things happened in this panel that I will never forget. One, we were reading these god-awful fan fictions. And the way it works is this. I have to read the fan fiction the way it is written. If the word is misspelled, I have to try to read it misspelled the best I can. I cannot fix the grammar. I cannot fix the spelling. So when I was reading Harry Potter, it sounded like I was a speak and spell because I was like, goofic. It was so bad. I would say goofic. Instead of gothic, it was goofic. And then there was and then the girl spelled Dracula wrong and put Dracola. So I'm like, okay, this person is known as Dracola from now on. So we're reading these awful fan fictions, and 17 is sitting there at the end of the panelist table, just sitting there with the same expression on his face for the entire hour. He did not blink. He did not move. He did not change his expression. He was laughing inside, but outside he was just there.
He's like, gotta stay strong.
And like 17, and one of the girls in front, because I made friends with this guy and his girlfriend. They were at all of our panels, and I have another panel that I will share as well that I remember. So like she's like, holy shit, that guy scared the crap out of me. I'm like, why? What's wrong with him? He has not changed his face since this panel started. And I look at 17. Oh, he's fine. Look, as long as he doesn't whip out his potato peeler, you're good.
He's like, hey, I'm Moana.
No, he is like.
Not all there.
No, because she's like, he looks like a serial killer. I'm like, look, as long as he doesn't bring out his potato peeler to skin you alive, you're all right. And so it's scary. So we're reading this Abbott. So that was one of the funny things in that panel. And another funny thing is we were reading Aang and Zuko where they hook up. And then there's a line where Zuko takes 2 of his fingers and sticks them. And then we had to turn the page. And everybody's like,
hello, Jackson.
Oh my God. Everybody's like, ah. And then he sticks them in his mouth and pulls his lip to the side. Everybody's like, oh. Everybody said, oh.
Such a tease, huh?
And I had to stop reading. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. Y'all were all bracing yourselves. But the minute it's something not as bad as we thought it was going to be, y'all all were so disappointed. Oh.
You nasties.
I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Everybody starts laughing because I'll interact with because my
With the
facial
audience.
expressions are also part of the show. So another panel that we had that same day, it was Dragon Ball versus My Hero Academia. And this little 10-year-old was there, and this 10-year-old was trolling, making jokes, talking bad about both animes, and I was talking back to the 10-year-old. I'm like, hey, don't you have daycare? Did school let out early today?
Oh,
I'm like, you
And
know, when
his
we were
whole
all
world.
growing up, when we were all tiny babies growing up with Dragon Ball, but for you like 2 weeks ago, right? So me and the kid, I don't remember all the jokes, but me and the kid were going back and forth with insults. With insults. People actually thought it was part of the show. Because it was so fast. Me and this child did not skip a beat. We were insult after insult after insult after insult. I'm like, hey, look, isn't it lunchtime? Go find your mom to breastfeed you.
At this point, you pretty much worked the crowd.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, where's your parents? I'm not a babysitter. Just because I'm Mexican doesn't mean you can leave your kids with me.
Ooh.
And people were laughing, and this kid was like, no, you're our gardener. I'm like, you don't have a lawn. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
so we were going back and forth, that's how my panels are. That's how my panels are. Because I allow my audience, and I encourage people to troll me and I told everybody, like, listen, troll me. If you think I suck, troll me. I will not take offense to it. As a matter of fact, I'll fight back. One guy's like, Dragon Ball Z sucks. I'm sorry, that's coming from a guy that's wearing the Hawaiian button-up shirt.
Oh. Okay, so I have a funny panel story.
All right.
And it's less funny and more like stressful for me and like hilarious for everyone else who got to witness it.
Oh, well, if it makes you feel better, I'll laugh.
Oh, you probably will. Okay, so I used to be in this dance group that spanned the whole of the southern states of the United States, and we were going to make an appearance at a convention in
I'll be back.
Louisiana called MechaCon. It was my first out-of-state convention, and I found out as I was learning these dances that, well, our group decided that some of the members wanted to do a main events panel, like the main attraction for Friday, and they were going to do dances to an anime called Idolmaster. Well, I had already made a cosplay from this, like, anime because my friend asked me to, and it was the costume they were going to wear on stage. So I was like, yo, bro, I'm here. I can learn the dances. We got a couple of months. And they're like, nah, we already got your character. We got, like, that character, 2 backups. Wait, you're good. No. Okay. I get to Louisiana with my friend who I traveled with. And it turns out that none of them have their costumes done. Half of them have already dropped out, from what I know at this point. And my friend, who was the leader of the dance group, looked me dead in the eye and said, oh, did you bring your costume? And I was like, yes, I wanted to walk around with my friend in my costume. So I brought it anyway, just so I can match y'all. He's like, learn these 10 dances. And it's like 11 in the morning, and we had to leave for the convention from his place at like 8 in the morning. I was like, no. I was
Oh my god, that's terrible.
And then I turned around and learned a whole ass like 5. Sorry, excuse my French. Learned the
You're
whole
good.
dance in like 30 minutes, and he's like, "Whoa." We still ended up being like an hour late to the panel. Everyone else dropped out of the panel, and like we show up, and like I'm just sitting there like, I'm not going up on that stage. What are y'all gonna do? Like, I learned these dances, and there's only 3 of us. I learned these dances. You don't have a costume, and the girl that I came with was having a major allergic reaction because the guy that we roomed with didn't tell us he had a cat, and she's allergic to cats. I was like, you want to go on that stage? You have fun. And it ended up that they managed to get a couple of Idolmaster cosplayers who just generally had Idolmaster cosplays, and like there's a whole ass video online of this panel, and it is just so bad. It's such a train wreck. Like, everyone, like, you can see the visible disappointment in the audience because they're like, this is a train wreck. I was like, oh, y'all. And I ended up still getting up there for one dance, and I think it was, oh god, I got on that stage. We did like the first couple of steps, and then it just all went downhill in a flaming dumpster.
A dumpster
flying-
fire.
Yes, that dumpster fire. It was horrible. horrible. And like we like halfway through the panel, two of the girls who like already had costumes and they just kind of showed up, literally jumped off the stage in the middle of a dance, flipped off the guy that we were roomed with that first night, and said, "F you, good luck with your panel," and ran off. Like in the middle of the panel in front of everyone, and like I don't ask there's like a show for like kids, so there were like kids there, and like he just stopped and was like, whoa.
There's video of this, right?
Yeah, well the guy was jumping around the panel, like he put together like the highlights of horribleness, and I don't think that ended up in there because it wasn't like friendly for kiddos.
I want to give a few shout outs to our commenters. Downtime Gaming here says, give your kitty a pet, Chris. I think he's talking to Trunks. Downtime Gaming is he runs a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Downtime Gaming. He's a really cool streamer who plays Resident Evil games. So go ahead and check him out and hit that subscribe button and the notification button, and hit the thumbs up, because when you hit the thumbs up and like the video, it helps the YouTube algorithm, because it's really stupid right now. When you hit the thumbs up, it allows more people to see our videos on YouTube. So make sure you give him a shout out. Also shout out to Mo, who's commenting, and shout out to Mr. Piccolo, who says, "Why, hello, peeps."
Hello, Mr. Piccolo.
Hello.
Blastoid says, "I love con horror dumpster fire stories."
Dumpster fires.
They all have nicknames, and I don't know
I have
any of
one
their
that
nicknames.
was a dumpster fire.
Ooh, yes,
part of
keep
it.
there. I want to hear. What is it?
Oh, okay. So this was when I was first doing panels with Delta H, and some, obviously some of them I was really nervous, and some of them I actually like did a better job.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry. I'm allowed to laugh, okay?
You're allowed to laugh. You didn't have much sleep. Okay, Goku, remember that one guy you were talking about? He went to jail, but he was smelly.
Oh yeah, don't say his name here.
Okay. Too late. No, but this was during one of the panels, and it was one of the it was the cosplay contest. And so we had, me and a couple of the judges, we had to do some we were sitting down, we were doing not the previews, but the pre-contest, or the pre-judging, I should say. And so we didn't have nobody had any numbers, so we had to technically I had to give people their own number during this whole thing, and we had to ask questions and everything. We had to do this all quickly, and he wasn't there for the pre-judging, and then it wasn't until finally we're like, okay, everything's on schedule, and it was freezing cold in that room, and supposed to be, because there's gonna be a lot of body heat. But I was wearing Morgan from Dragon Age, and she just basically had a bikini, so I'm just freezing my ass off in this panel. I'm cold, I'm hungry, I've been doing panels all day. The only thing I had was a waffle. I still haven't had any food, so I was cold, freezing, hungry, and then he comes in. And it wasn't even at the beginning of the pre-judging or at the beginning of the cosplay contest where they showcase everybody. She came in smack down in the middle of this entire thing. And he came in with a pizza. So he just came in with a pizza, and he's just hey guys. And he's opening this pizza up. He's not even offering pizza to anybody.
What an asshole.
Yeah, that was what a dick move.
Yeah, our papers and everything, and he's just do y'all have papers or pencils? And he's just munching down on pizza, and pizza's very oily, and we're all wearing costumes, and he's bringing this thing down, and it's not a small one or a person, it's a big one, and so he's just munching away, and then he's oh, who is this person? What are they cosplaying? It was just a train, he was making it we were trying to get it along, and it was going pretty well, and then he just comes in the middle and disrupts everything, and he was only there for half of the time, or not even half, I say 1/4, because there's the pre-judging, which he missed, and then there was just the cosplay contest, and it was just for this cosplay contest went well, but him personally just made it for us judges a shit show, because he just didn't show up or didn't do anything. He was oh, I'm just late, and I'm what the hell? And he has like this pizza here, and I'm like, I can't even touch this pizza because it's his, and I'm cold, and I'm freezing, and I'm hungry, and I have
Oh
to
my
pay.
gosh, yes, I hate that.
I would have taken a slice, and I would have been like, "What? You think I did it because I'm Mexican?"
Okay, so I ended up on accident being a cosplay judge for Anime Dallas 2018. And so I was actually volunteering and I got put on the panel staff. And it turned out that like it was the panel staff had me and one other guy and nobody else showed up for panel staff. So that was a fun experience. And so I get an email because we were getting lots of emails that weekend to make sure everything's running smoothly. And I basically took over the department. And I get an email from one of the coordinators and they're like, yo, anybody got cosplay experience? Because one of our cosplay judges basically just told us to F off and like we don't want to promote bad behavior within the con. So if anybody has free time and they want to judge, feel free. I was like, yo, that me. I have experience. That describes something like what I do. So I just happen to have one costume, and it was my original design, Autumn Fairy. And so I tell them, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Prejudging is going to be at 7. Well, something was going on in one of the panels where they needed extra help with tech. And like I lost track of time, and I knew one of the judges. And so I'm walking out of one of the panel rooms. She was walking past. I was like, oh, hey, you headed to prejudging to get everything set up? She's like, no, prejudging starts in 5 minutes. And I'm like wearing all of my like my official like Anime Dallas like staff stuff and like jeans and whatnot. My costume's in the car that's on the second story of the parking garage because I was commuting. I was like, oh no. So I literally bolt. I look to my guy. I'm like, peace, and I bolt.
Time ticking.
Like I didn't give him any chance to say no, don't go, don't leave me alone. So I go, I grab it, and it's in a rolling suitcase, and like I'm rolling this suitcase down like the hallway, like it's flying open, and I'm just like trying to put on as many pieces as I can. I get into the room and I'm like slapping my wig on my head. I was like, fuck makeup, just wig. Put the little hat on. I put my cape on
the wig and makeup all over her face.
Yes. So that was really fun, and I thought I was like gonna be the last one there, and it turned out another judge was a little bit later than me, and I was like, yo, this is 5 minutes. What'd you do? What's up? On another note, I am actually the programming coordinator for Anime Dallas and Anime Houston 2020.
Nice.
If it's happening, we're playing by ear right now, but as far as we know, it's still going to happen.
Oh, that's going to be in August, right? The early August Anime Houston?
I believe that one is in September, and then Anime Dallas is in December.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we were gonna do press for both, but this year Geeks 5 Ever is actually we had lots of plans this year to do a lot of events. We were gonna do Comic Palooza, San Japan. We were gonna do Anime CTX, Anime Austin.
Thanks,
we were gonna do A-Con. We were gonna do IkiCon, Anime North Texas, Anime Dallas. We were gonna do Delta. Oh, we had such a packed schedule, and we had so much ready, and we were like running behind on jump starting the podcast because you know I just couldn't afford to keep because I was in a lot of debt, but
it happens.
We decided as a group that we're not going to do anything this year. Delta HCon is definitely we thought it was up in the air, but it's definitely something. I'm going to still submit the panels and have an ambassador of Geeks 5 Ever run them for me. But as far as like the main staff for Geeks 5 Ever goes, none of us are going to any cons. We're not even going to the Texas Renaissance Festival, and that's our biggest thing for the year.
Oh yeah, that is big.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know they're doing like ticket sales, I think, right now.
They're doing the ticket sales. So the way that works is if you bought any tickets for the Texas Renaissance Festival through their Sale of the Century program, what they're going to do is if they cancel or postpone, if they cancel this year and postpone the next year, they are offering people to transfer their ticket purchases to the following year are refunds this year. Normally, the Texas Renaissance Festival, the biggest Renaissance festival in the country, does not offer refunds. But this year they are offering refunds if the event is canceled. Now, if the
Yeah,
event,
due to circumstances. Yeah.
right, if the event continues and you decide not to go, then you do not get a refund.
I love the Renaissance Festival. I haven't been in years.
I don't like going inside the actual festival. I like the campgrounds.
The campgrounds, yeah.
We got a
All about the campground.
Geeks 5 Ever purchased a bounce house for the campgrounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it. It was so amazing.
Oh. Okay, so like I know there's a Renaissance Festival that's like down there near Houston, but like I know we have one up like close to the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah, it's
are they the same?
Sherwood
or,
Forest,
like,
right?
it's not
Yeah.
Sherwood. It's
Oh, never mind.
Sherman Forest or something like that?
no, it's Sherwood is the one near Austin.
Oh.
It's damn it. Y'all made me forget. It's Scarborough.
Scarborough. Yeah, Scarborough Fair.
Scarborough. That one definitely canceled. Sherwood Renaissance
Forest
Festival. The Sherwood one canceled halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the rodeo.
Oof.
I don't give a shit about the rodeo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always wondered like if we were just talking about the same place and I was just too stupid to realize it, or if they actually were two separate places. So I get to know that they're two separate places because I've been to the one near Houston and I've been to the one up here.
I mean,
So-
it's not that close to Houston. It's actually an hour away from Houston.
See, and Scarborough is actually like an hour away from like an hour south-ish.
Right. Yeah, no, I know that. Like, and that's why I didn't call it the Dallas area Renaissance, because the Renaissance Festival that's an hour away from us is actually Todd Mission. So we call it Texas Renaissance Festival near Magnolia in Todd Mission. We never say Houston. Yeah, it's closer to Houston. Just like Sherwood is not in Austin. It's close to Austin, but it's definitely not in Austin. But with a lot of things going on this year, especially with the pandemic, we are definitely not doing any conventions because most of the group feels uncomfortable, and I can't do that.
so.
I can't do that to the other members of Geeks 5 Ever, and I can't do it alone because we're like a machine. So I do like the planning, and I do the hosting where some of my friends help me with the equipment. They help me cover the cost of the rooms because our rooms aren't compensated by the cons because we're panelists, we're not guests.
Yeah.
We don't usually pay for our badges. It's very rare that we would pay for our badges. We've worked with a lot of cons. We've had mixed reactions, not from the people that attend our panels, but from the con staff themselves, because they either don't understand the concept of our panels or they think the panels are too extra. Like, no, think about it. Delta HCon karaoke last year. It started off with
that's
it started
right,
off great. It started off great. Everybody was singing. People were in tune. People were matching the lyrics to the
I was
song,
there,
the tone of the
yeah.
song. And then after a while, it's just like, lean on me. In their mind, they're singing it perfectly. They're matching the tone, the tempo. They sound like their voice sounds like a gift from God, but in reality,
Okay, so I went to Anime North Texas back in like January or February, whenever it was, before all of this went down. And let me tell you, one of the funnest things that I did at Anime North Texas was I was going to support my idol friends who were doing dance panels, and so I was borrowing a light stick and I was hanging out with a bunch of idol girls, and we went to the karaoke room to like just chill and hang out, and we like pulled out our light sticks and we were like the fan like cheering section, and you have no idea how hyped these like 30-year-old men got. They like started doing all these Love Live songs, and they're like singing to like these songs that normally like 14-year-old girls would sing, and we're like, yeah, buddy, you got this. We're doing this. And we go like, hi, 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 and do like fan chants and stuff like that. And dude, it was so much fun. Ugh.
So, according to Anime Corner, this is something, and this is very off topic, and this is actually something to what we were talking about earlier. New anime from the Inuyasha universe for fall 2020. Hanyo no Yasami Sagoku Otagi Soshi. Yashami Princess Half Demon TV anime announced for fall 2020. It will be a brand new anime from the Inuyasha universe. something weave something half dog furries 2020.
Yashahime Princess Half Demon. Okay, so that's pretty neat. They did officially announce an anime. Woo! Oh, I'm so ready to blow all my money on Inuyasha merch.
Fans out there.
We rise.
So I know that was off topic. Panels are amazing. Panels can be
a lot of fun, but they definitely take a lot of energy. Because I remember I did 3 panels in one day, and it was like morning, then later on like noon, like at 1 or 2, and then at night. Which that had to do with the prejudging, then the contest. But it always is. It's never run on time. It's going to be a little bit late. Unlike Anime Matsuri, which will be like 4 hours late.
Oh no! Like when I did a panel for Matsuri, hey, okay, I'm here for my panel. Your panel starts at 6. I know, it's 5:45. But the people started late. They're gonna run over. Like hell, they are. Hey! You got 15 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. But
you got 15 minutes, or I'm pulling a fire alarm.
And then nobody's going to the panel.
And nobody gonna enjoy nothing around here.
No, but I did panels.
I don't get a panel. No one gets.
Out of you, though,
I get really, really angry when whenever panels don't end on time. Like I won't get mad if you end right at 6.
Right.
I get mad though if it's 6:05 and your bitch ass is still in my panel room.
Dude, okay, so last year, I was panel staff head, and we had a panel. There's a couple of guys who were just chilling. They were doing their panel, and they were running over. And, like, my girl, it was her first time volunteering, so she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, this next panel, there's already a line. The panelists, like, just got here. I was like, all right, move out of the way. And I, like, go in there, and I'm like, yo, everyone out. And they're like, excuse me? I was like, badge, everyone out. Thank you. Dude, and when those panels are like super, super, super full, oh my gosh, and then people try to like sneak in. I had to stand one of my girls outside. It was like a fan fiction reading for My Hero Academia. I think that's what it was. And I had my girl outside watching the door, and then I was on the inside. And they actually closed the door because people just kept sneaking in. So she would like look away for a second and somebody would open the door, and I'm like right there at the door, at the crack. Like if they open, they see me, and I'm just staring at them like, what you doing? Hey. And like they wouldn't realize, some of them wouldn't realize that I was staff, and so they would like open the door a little further and be like, hey, I'm coming in. I'd like raise my badge and I'd be like, no, you're not.
I was like, that's amazing. That's actually kind of funny.
And of course, yeah, it's never fun. Like it sounds funny in retrospect, but like when you're in the moment, it's like never fun because I know everyone wants. Like,
you don't want to be the bad guy.
Right? Yeah, you don't want to be
I'd rather be the bad guy than my girls who it's their first convention and they're volunteering so they can get a free badge. I'd rather be the bad guy than them, but still at the same time, like I know everyone wants to come in and enjoy the panel, so it gets really tough because you're like, oh well, we only have 4 seats and this is a group of 5 and they've been waiting in this line, but the group behind them is a group of 4. So either we're taking the other group or one of your members has to sit out. So I always hate when I have to do that.
That's understandable.
I had some fun panels before. I had fun panels, bad panels, and just like screwed up panels.
No, that happens a lot. With hosting panels, there's a lot of trial and error. I've hosted some pretty awful panels. I've hosted panels that just, and some of my most popular panels don't work at other cons. Like at Matsuri, Super Cosplay Dating Game Show did 600 people. At All-Con, nobody showed up. So like just because it doesn't work at one con doesn't mean it won't work. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's like hit or miss.
Don't be discouraged.
Doesn't miss, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely a hit or miss because each con, like All-Con's a sci-fi, much older audience kind of type of convention. where the cosplay dating game is for like young adults.
Young adults, yeah.
There is something I'm going to share with the audience because I was scrolling to get like a subject to help for like a future podcast because I multitask because I'm also checking the feed from my computer. So for my gaming tower, I'm checking the feed to make sure everything's working properly. And I stumbled upon this and it's fucking pissing me off. It says coworker brought in vegan lasagna today and I'm ready to knock all that shit over.
How about I wish a motherfucking Chinese buffet is open.
Here, look, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and let me see if I can send this shit to the group because I am about to have a stroke. I still hear Mexican music.
Yep, that's my folks for on a Saturday night.
All right, so
Oh my God, it is Saturday.
so if you can look at this picture through your phones if you're using your
Yeah,
computer.
I did. Coworker brought vegan lasagna today, and I'm ready to knock all that shit over. Oh, it's tomatoes and lettuce.
I just sent it to the group.
Oh my
What
God.
is that? That is no.
It should look like that looks like an unfinished sandwich.
Lasagna.
It makes me want to cry.
That does
It's
make
like an unfinished sandwich.
It looks like just layered salad.
It does, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
there you go. Yeah.
Salad. You just get salad, you just put
It's
it
literally a
together.
salad.
Ill. Somebody commented ill. When it comes to so
Is everyone really crying?
I feel like I'm about to go outside.
Disgusted. Go get a burger. That's what I'm gonna go get.
I
Just
can't
like
get another burger.
layered. What's this? The person needs to be fired.
I don't like to be violent, but I'm about to whoop someone's ass. Anyways, going back to the panel, going back to hosting panels. I wanted to say something about Saki Kitty's comment. Hosting panels can be draining and exhausting.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I cannot talk because at Comic Palooza one year, I hosted 12 panels.
Right.
Why?
I actually do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you lost your voice.
And at Delta one year, I hosted 15. I had 12 of my own and I helped with others.
Yeah, and that sometimes does happen. Sometimes you just you meet people up and they're like, "Hey, you want to just join my panel?" And I've done that like 3 or 4 times. I'll be
Me
too, yeah.
And I feel really bad. So I've been going to conventions since 2007. I have been to more than 200 conventions. I've been to out-of-state cons. I've been to Anime Central. I've been to MechaCon. I've been to Anime Expo.
Awesome.
I've been to AWA, the Anime Weekend Atlanta. I think that's what it was.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the actual name. So the thing about these cons is I've been to so many cons. I've been to so many big cons. I've been to so many little cons. I've been to cons that don't even exist anymore, like YuleCon that used to be in Dallas, Animix, Kamikaze Con.
I miss Kamikaze. I wish
I
they
do
came
too.
back.
I do too. So,
Actually, fun con.
so whenever I go to I will not go to a con anymore unless I have a panel.
Essentially a requirement.
Right. So, and people are like, well, that's really bad. Like, how can you not go to a panel? No, I cannot go to a panel unless I have I can't go to a panel. I'm sorry. I can't go to a con unless I have a panel. And I have this issue where I cannot attend other people's panels. I have tried to attend other people's panels, but I can't do it. Because I can see myself up there like helping them or doing it for them. And I've offered to help my friends, and I have helped some of my friends host their panels. I've even co-hosted with panels at Comic Palooza when we were press. But if I'm not at my own panels, then I'm usually in my hotel room or I'm walking around just taking a few pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even take pictures of cosplayers anymore. That's how bad it's gotten for me.
Yeah, same.
There was that one year last year you went in as Ant-Man and you had the purple
The butt.
head.
I had
Yeah,
my
the
head through Thanos'
apple.
ass.
Yeah, you still had it.
I put 2 pillows and wrapped them, and I made a fake Thanos butt with 2 pillows, and I had the Ant-Man helmet, and I put my helmet through the ass cheeks.
Oh no.
But if you don't understand what he's talking about, it's because when Endgame was coming out, people were saying, "Oh, Ant-Man should go up Thanos' ass and then expand so he could die and blow him up."
So I made that as a cosplay. I was sticking my head out of his ass.
Someone actually made a Funko Pop of that too.
Yeah, for real.
That's amazing.
It's not one of my proudest moments.
It's not.
That stood out to me because I remember that last year, and in my head I was like, "Oh shit, you did do that."
Yeah,
I
no,
did do this.
no.
So,
For
so like, what is y'all's most weeb-ish moment you ever feel you've had?
Okay.
He's like, oh no, there's too many.
No, it's just like that depends. Like what?
Like you
is there an
look back
example?
and you like are like, oh my god, that's so.
okay, I know. I'll go first. I'll go first because this is a whole story.
Oh no. buckle up, kids.
When I create, okay, so in 2008, I watched. And I have to share the backstory too for everyone to truly understand. 2008, I entered Anime Matsuri's cosplay contest, the skit contest.
Oh.
To be in their skits, you had to audition your skit, and it had to be approved by the judges.
Mm.
There was a group of cosplayers who are friends with a certain someone who works at Delta and Onicon, I think. I don't know.
Mhm.
So they don't like me because I don't know why. I'm not going to get into that. So me and my friend, we were supposed to dance the Thriller as Ichigo and Naruto. And I spent 2 months learning that stupid dance. Every other day, I would go to Planet Zero, which was an arcade owned by Anime Matsuri, and I would play DDR just to get into dancing shape. The time comes. I audition. It's time for the audition. My friend bails.
Oh no.
He bails because he's like, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I don't want to do it. So I go in front of these judges. I play Thriller and I dance Thriller. And they start throwing ones at me.
Oh my god.
No.
Were you Naruto or were you Ichigo?
I was Naruto. You can actually look it up. Anime Matsuri Naruto Thriller. And
Dude,
it's
I'm
my
gonna look this up now.
fat ass on
I've never
stage
had
dancing
one.
Thriller.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Because I did remember you did post like a meme. It was like you don't like Naruto, but you won a contest as Naruto.
Well, yeah, at one point I was like the best Naruto at like a bunch of cons. And so like, so I met this group and they did a skit to where Timmy Turner from the Fairy Odd Parents wished he was in the Kingdom Hearts video game.
Oh my god.
And they made original costumes to match like the Kingdom Heart designs.
Right.
And I fell in love with that skit. And I was like, man, that is so cool. How could I cross something over with Kingdom Hearts? And I remember Naruto at the time was the anime that I was watching. That was my current anime that I was watching. And I decided to combine it. Like, so originally it started off as Naruto with his Kingdom Hearts style clothing, but it eventually evolved into a fusion of the two. So at A-Kon, we do this skit to where Naruto and Sora are fighting Riku and Sasuke, and they're getting their ass kicked. He's like, we can't beat him. And Sora's like, we can't beat him, man. We can't beat him. Like, there's only one way we can beat him. And he's like, and then Naruto's like, you know me? And then Sora's like, yeah. And then Naruto's like, no, I was saving that for Sasuke and I. And so you just hear girls screaming.
God.
And so they do the fusion dance and people are like, woo! So they do the fusion dance and then they run off the stage. And then people did not expect us to have an actual fusion.
Oh man.
So I come out as like the fusion of the two, and I'm like, and then Ichigo comes out, and I'm like, this is the friend that bailed the first time. I'm like, okay, well, our power levels are the same. There's only one way me and you can settle this. And then Barbie Girl plays in the background, and we start dancing, and then Sasuke rips off his shirt, and we get kicked off the stage. This is a legit skit. A-Kon 2008. Skit number... I'll see if I can find the video and send it to you. Sasuke rips off his shirt in the background and they stop the song and kick us off.
Send me that video because I need that for reasons.
Yeah, I just found the video of that Naruto Thriller skit.
Hey man, kiss my
Dude, I
ass.
couldn't find it.
Talk about a throwback, huh?
Yeah, no shit, man. This shit was like, oh no. And then like That's the most, and I wore that Naruto Sora cosplay to all the Naruto photo shoots, and I had like different designs for it, and the logo was like a fusion of the two. That is my big, and we had this entire story behind it too. And I go back and I look at the skits, and I'm like, good God, what the hell was I thinking? I'm like, this is bad. This is awful. This is.
Like, it's kind of like one of the reasons why I don't want to do skits, because, like, I'm like, this is gonna bite me in the ass one day.
Dude, wait, I just found the video. Oh, I'm watching you go at it.
Wait, which one?
The Naruto thriller.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Look at
Why?
Go.
Why you do this?
Look at that one jumpsuit go.
And you know what's funny? I had this black blanket over me that was covering this shredded up Naruto jacket. And so when I threw the blanket off, it ripped the jacket off too. So it doesn't show it in the video, but when the jacket comes off too, I'm like, shit.
This is amazing. Look
No,
at
it's
you
not.
go.
No, it's not.
You got the black arm gloves. You look like a wrestler from the distance.
Leave me alone. I was young. I was 19. I was young. I was stupid.
I was reckless.
I needed the money. And that's so crazy because they only allowed 5 skits to go on stage, and we were one of the 5.
Oh, nice.
So
there you go, Facebook chat. If you want to see it, the link's in the chat.
No. No, stop.
I cannot be contained.
Y'all are messed up.
Okay. All right. Next up, whose weeb story can we see now? If it has videos, it's even better. Suki Kitty, what's your weeb moment?
Okay, I'll just share mine, and this was not even too long ago.
Oh no!
I was like, this was like last year. So and I don't do skits or anything like that. I have a couple of like weeb stories, I guess, but one of them is that it was Common Palooza. I think it was either last year or 2 years ago.
Oh my God! I found the skit.
Oh shit!
No.
The Thriller one or the Kingdom Hearts one?
The Kingdom Hearts one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna send y'all a link, and I'm gonna go ahead and play that. No, I don't want to play that on the podcast so everybody can see it. Y'all can watch it. I sent y'all the link. Y'all can watch it on y'all's phones. Good Lord. No. Why did I go and look this up? You can see me in the back there. I look like a damn Hot Topic monk.
I didn't get the link.
I sent it to the chat. Oh wait, no, I sent it to myself.
Oof.
Sometimes to transfer pictures from computer to computer at a hurry, instead of using a memory card, I will message myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Biggest suspense. Chris is still waiting for Saki Kitty to read the script.
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play the damn skit. Woo! Here, I sent it to y'all. Y'all should be able to.
Yeah. For the record, it's my first time seeing this, so it's like I'm already filming a reaction video in a way.
Well, we're gonna react to Goku act like a jackass.
Oh, Kyle Aber was the MC.
Here we go, watching the Akon skit.
All right, let me put this on here so y'all can
Love
watch
the acparadise.com at the bottom.
Yeah, because they film all I don't know if they still do, but they filmed all the
wow, Kyle Aber was the MC.
I can hear screaming. No. Stop! You're no.
This is something you're neck forever.
Alright, about to do the fusion.
Contestant number 16, Someone has ordered Sasuke and Riku to destroy Sora and Naruto after failing to stop them with their Rasengan limit break. What is left for them to do? Here's Naruto's Kingdom Hearts has been bleached. Naruto.
This is great, actually. I love it.
Hold on, I'll let y'all know when the video's done. I'm playing it right now for the podcast.
Except for one thing.
Sorato.
You mean?
Hold on, I gotta start it from the beginning.
I was saving that for Sasuke and
Contestant number 16.
Ah, shit.
Someone has ordered Sasuke and Riku to destroy Sora.
Okay, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. God damn it, that's... Oh, man, I was... I look like a damn blonde cholo.
I am Nura, the ultimate fusion. This is now. Ha! Whoa! That power! It's over 9,000. Who are you?
Fucking weave. Fucking, the commenters are like, fucking weave.
Ichi dork.
That's amazing.
That was really good. I like the fusion of the
They're just about to, we're about to start dancing right now to the Barbie girl dance.
Watch the Sasuke. Watch this.
Yeah, Sorato.
And then here comes Sasuke, rips off his shirt.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was awful. Oh no.
I like the Sora and the Naruto. They were just like,
yeah, no, because they both freaked out and they didn't want to be on stage to do the Barbie girl dance.
okay. No,
And then
kinda,
I did not know Sasuke ripped off his shirt because he was directly behind me.
oh my god.
So when we get kicked off the stage,
Off my
Did
shirt.
y'all- did
Wait,
you-
how far along in the song were you guys gonna go? All the way through it?
no, we didn't know. We were just gonna go until they kicked us off.
Like, was
y'all
Sasuke taking off his
win?
shirt? Was that planned,
No,
or was that on the fly?
no, I think you know what? I told him to rip. Hey man, take off your shirt.
Yes.
When you get up there, take off your shirt.
When you get up there, take off your shirt.
Just want to do a 4K remaster of the video.
That is the Naruto Sora fusion cosplay. That is like, oh no, what was I thinking? I like the design of it, but it was based off of a fan fiction.
It's Sorato.
Naruto. It was actually Nura. His name was Nura. It was NU for Naruto Uzumaki and RA for the last two letters in Sora's name.
Nura.
Nuda. And I said it like Nuda because that
Nura.
Nura.
Nuda.
Nuda.
Naruto.
Ah, the shitty acting. Ah.
It's like most people. It's like how most people just pronounce Naruto, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, this one girl saw me as a Naruto cosplay. And she's like Naturo. Naturo. All right, let's go with your stories because Saki Kitty, Chris, Trunks is still waiting for you to read your your script.
No, I didn't do any type of anime scripts or contests or anything like that. I mainly just walk up on stage and just do like some sort of pose or whatever. So, and I hate doing public speaking sometimes. So,
You don't like to go on stage and rip off
I don't
your
like
shirt
go
to
on
Barbie
stage.
girl?
I wouldn't go. I would not. I wouldn't do that. But I totally weeded out when I met Freddy Krueger. So that was a year, 2 years ago, and he was at Comic Palooza. So I was like super happy to go ahead and meet him because I heard so many good things about him.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, Robert Ubman. Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, he's really cool. So I went ahead and I was debating. It's like, okay, like to get his autograph and everything, it's gonna cost like I think it was like $50 or $60, which that sounds reasonable enough. And I was like, okay, I really want his autograph, and he rarely comes here down in Texas. So I debated, just like, get a statue or get his autograph. So went ahead and decided to get his autograph, and bought the ticket. Went ahead and waited in line. He is such a nice person, you know. And when I go ahead and met him, I was like, I have to say my name. He's like, what's your name? And I would just like stand there for like a few seconds. I'm like, what should I say? Should I say like my real name, my long name, or just like my short name? So I went ahead and I told him my Greek name. And he's like, oh, so it's spelled this way. And he actually spelled it the Greek way instead of the American way, which didn't really matter to me. But I was like, yeah, that's the Greek way. Like, he's like, so you're Greek? I was like, oh, how did you know? It's just like this whole moment of just like, he knows me. I was just freaking out the entire time of just like meeting him, and we talked for like a good 10 to 15 minutes, you know. And he talked about like he actually knew a person with the same name as I did, and that they did some acting in Europe and how it went, and he loved Europe. He loved the food. He actually went to Greece, or was it not Greece or Italy? But it was just like a nice conversation with him for like 10 minutes, and I was just like freaking out for the first 10 minutes. And my friend who Chris, he was right there, and he was just like watching me, like just like this entire time, just like with my mouth wide open. He's just talking to me the entire time. I was like, man, you were just totally fangirling over him. I'm like, shut up. But he is
There
really
is
nice.
nothing wrong with fangirling.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know how
nothing
many
wrong at all.
You know how many times I've fangirl over Chris Ayres, because he knows me. He doesn't know me by name, but he knows me as, oh, look, it's the Dragon Ball Z guy. He's like, because he's amazed that every time I come see him, I got more shit. Hey man, I got more shit for you to sign. He's like, how much shit do you have?
How much shit do you have?
Oh, I love to mess with, like, I love all the Dragon Ball Z voice actors except for maybe Vic and Sean Schemmel.
Let's talk about him.
I'll talk about him. I used to mess with Vic before the whole Kick Vic thing happened.
All right.
Hey, Vic, what's up? Can you sign my Broly stuff? Oh, hey, do you like any, like, and then he asked, like, have you seen any of my other work? Or do you like any of my other characters that I voice? No, sign the Broly stuff.
For me, I would just say, I like your Crow and Ruby.
Sean Schemmel was a dick to me, and that kind of broke my heart because I am such a Goku fan.
Right.
And I met the Mexican voice actor of Goku, and Sean was a dick. I was like, Nick.
Nah, yeah, Mario is.
I was like, motherfucker. He's like, well, I wanted him to sign my wallet from Mexico that was autographed by the Mexican voice actor of Goku. And I'm like, hey man, can you sign this for me? It's signed by the Spanish voice actor of Goku. Well, I don't. He was like looking around too, not making eye contact. I don't really sign stuff signed by other Goku voice actors. I'm like, motherfucker, for $20, you'll sign my ass.
Shit.
Wow.
Man, there's
I'm sorry if you like. I'm sorry if you've worked with Sean. I'm sorry. Remember, folks, the opinions that I express on this podcast are not necessarily the reflections of the sponsors, other admins, or guests of Geeks 5 Ever.
All right. I haven't met Sean Schemmel yet, but I would like to meet him. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like anxious. Like, oh, how would I meet this guy?
I hear that I hear he has a lot of bad days because he gets really. He has a short temper, and when con staff are like difficult,
right?
I know a lot of cons. Too. I know a lot of cons are difficult to work with. That's a lot of ass.
I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, and then at one time it was at Space City, which we all know how Space City
right
goes down. But they actually had a lot of the voice actors for Assassin's Creed games. And so one of them was Edward Kenway, and the other one was Altair, who did Altair's voice in Assassin's Creed Revelations. And I actually had the games and everything and the collector's editions, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I want y'all to sign these. And the voice actor who did Altair, he was fucking amazing. We have like our own like assassins group in Texas, and so we all dressed up as assassins, and we do poses and groups and stuff like that. And they were all going to go to Space City Con, and they were going to meet the voice actors for the Assassin's Creed games. Altair was amazingly friendly, nice. He actually had his own costume too. He was really into the entire thing. And then we did poses. He talked to us. He chilled with us. He was absolutely amazing. But the voice actor for Edward Kenway was like, he just didn't show up at all. Like, because most voice actors, they have like a time and schedule when they do.
Yeah.
And I was there, and I'm like, okay, I have like my collector's edition, so when are we gonna do this? And he just never showed up. Or he showed up for a few minutes and then left, or like he just never really was there for any of the time he was supposed to be. I was going and I didn't have a hotel, so we had to drive there constantly, going back and forth. Mm-hmm. And it was summertime, and then we had to, of course, parking was a bitch, so we had to walk.
Yeah. Especially paying for parking at NRG, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was it was a pain. Yeah. And he just never showed up, and I was like, is he ever going to show up? It's like, yeah, he's not really, friendly with the people, or shows up and works. I'm like,
he's not a people person.
He's not a people person, and he's not even, signing stuff. And I'm like, okay, so, but he got paid, or he showed up to do it. Of course, we all know what Space City Con and, how they treat people and their budgets, So I don't know if he was just, not signing or doing anything because maybe he did or did not get paid. But there's also some voice actors that are like, hey, our fans are here. We're just going to keep on doing it because, we're under contract, and even if they don't pay us, we're still going to fight and we're going to get more money eventually or something. But,
yeah.
But they're there for the fans. And then we got, the voice actor for Edward Kenway, and he just did not give a shit. And that kind of just killed it for me a bit on, the game. I'm like, man,
that's awful.
But voice actor for Altair for Assassin's Creed Revelations, super sweet guy. I got his autograph and everything. Really nice.
There's one story I want to share, because this is one of the greatest voice actor stories I've ever experienced. And I'm sorry if I doubt he listens to me talk, but if he ever listens to me, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry. One of the greatest voice actors I've ever hung out with is Johnny Youngbosch.
Mm-hmm.
I hear he's a really cool dude.
He's really cool.
He is a really cool dude. So at the smaller cons, we would hang out with him in his rock band, iShine. They would come to our hotel room and they would drink, and we would all hang out and we all party. So we're at Kamikaze Con 3. The last Kamikaze Con. We got iShine in our room. Everybody's having a great time. We got several rooms. And we had a suite. iShine's there. They're partying. Woo! Celebrating my birthday because it was late that year. And I'm like, the band leaves Johnny behind because he's drunk.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, and I come back and I'm like, huh? Oh shit! And I pull my friend, I grab him by the shirt. Please tell me Johnny isn't dead. Nah, dude, he's asleep. He's asleep. Doesn't he have a panel at 10 in the morning?
GG.
And I'm like, oh shit, Johnny, wake up. Johnny, wake up. What? Johnny, are you okay? I'm a Power Ranger. Yes? Yes, Johnny, we know. Are you okay? I'm a Power Ranger.
Power Ranger.
And then he says, morphin' time. I think he's fine. I think Johnny's fine. Where did the band go? Where's the rest of iShine? I think they went downstairs.
Okay.
Why? Why did they go downstairs? I'm sobering up real quick. I'm like, oh no. They're downstairs. And I find them there's a group of 30 people with the band. And they're all plastered. Every single one is plastered. And they're playing the piano and they're singing "Party Every Day, Party every day. Party every day. For 30 minutes.
Wow.
For 30 minutes, that's all they sang. That was the only lyric they sang from the Black Eyed Peas. The following day, Sunday morning, I Shine, they're in the back of the panel where the entrance is. They're on the floor laid out like they got hit by cars. Maurice, are you okay? No, I'm hungover. Leave me alone. Johnny's hosting a Power Ranger panel, and he's like, oh, Jesus. Why did I agree to this? He's like, all right, let's just get this over with. All right, the panel's about to start in 5 minutes. Let's just power through this. I'm like, okay, Johnny, you got this. You got this, Johnny. Uninvited, unannounced, Jason David Frank shows up.
Oh my God.
And he's all energy. Yeah, it's Tommy's here. It's morphin' time. And Johnny's reaction was like, son of a bitch. Because he's so hungover. And here comes Jason. And Jason is just pure energy. He's like, yeah, Johnny, Power Ranger panel. I'm like, who the fuck invited Jason David Frank?
He pretty much just crashed the panel, huh?
He did, because that was a great panel, because Sammy Hagar's nephew, or someone that's related to him, was playing in a band that was performing at Kamikaze Con. So Sammy Hagar himself showed up.
Oh my God.
Kamikaze Con, it was great because random people that weren't even invited to the con were showing up.
All right, wait, hold on. So what was your weeb moment? I want to know. I don't remember names, so this is bad.
Keyblade Sonic.
Yeah, Keyblade Sonic. Sonic, what was your memory?
Oh man. Does it have to be at a con?
Moment, or...
Does it have to be at a con?
No, it doesn't have to be at a con.
No.
Okay.
That has to be a weeb moment.
Shit. Well, it's more like two of them. Actually, I had somebody contact me. It was for the thing was, I actually cosplayed Sora a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was contacted by this guy. He was telling me, hey, my son and my daughter are big Kingdom Hearts fans, and the thing is, my daughter's having a quinceañera, and I was wondering, would it be okay if you show up as Sora for them? And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, it's like 30 minutes away, we'll pay you and all that. I was like, sure. I mean, I was interested, just doing it, I guess. Exposure, really about the money. But I go in there, and I stood out like a sore thumb. I wore the Sora costume. I had the wig and everything. And every like 2 seconds, everybody was coming up to me like, "Oh my God, can I take a picture of you?" I was like, "Sure," and like, absolutely. Oh, really? Awesome. And it was so cool because it turns out the quinceañera, it was Kingdom Hearts themed. Like each table was labeled as like Twilight Town, Olympus, and I was like, "Oh my God, they actually know their shit. This is awesome."
That's that happens a lot, because for my sister's quinceañera, they had it Cookie Monster themed. Okay. And my mom bought the costume and gave me $200 to put it on and suffer a heat stroke.
He's like, me want a stroke.
So my sister, she does the dance with my dad. She does the dance with my grandfather. And here comes Cookie Monster to do the dance too. Cookie. And when we went to go do the photo shoot, I went with them in the limo, and I was crashing other quinceañeras photo shoots.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
But so anyway, sorry, you can keep going.
No, I'm done.
Oh, more Cookie Monster stuff. Actually, speaking of cookies, so basically, like, their whole theme, like the cake was Kingdom Hearts themed, like the cookies, they had like snacks and all. I was like, wow, they're really into this. And luckily, their name was Paul and Jasmine. And they were like, "Oh my God, you were so cool! Thank you for showing up." I was like, "Oh, no problem." And it's just like a normal quinceañera. Like after they do the dance and all that, they blast like Spanish songs and all that. And it turns out it was really cool. Like everybody was contacting me. He's like, "Hey, can we have you in a party?" I was like, "Oh shit, cool."
Yes.
And I wasn't expecting that. So I was
like, "Fuck it."
It's like, hey, if I was drinking a drunk Sora, would you want that? I'll do it.
Dude. No, like going out in cosplay to parties and stuff like that is amazing.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. I've been to there's a bar in downtown called Neil's Bar. They were doing a Halloween party, and like everybody was in cosplay,
Yeah.
and that's a cool moment. Actually, another wholesome moment was I think it was at a con a couple years ago. It was I was doing Goku at San Japan last year, and my girlfriend, she was doing Caulifla. She was doing a female Saiyan, and we were actually going around the mall, and there was one where we were actually getting lunch. That's the reason we went into the mall across the street from the convention. We basically were about to eat, and all of a sudden this lady runs to us. She's like, "Oh my god! Before we start eating, can you please take a photo with my son and all that?" I was like, I was holding my food. I was like, "Yeah, sure."
You should have been like, "Don't you want a photo of me eating? Because that makes more sense."
Yeah, I even told her that too, and she was like, "No, can we? Sure, but can we also have you standing up and posing?" I'm like, "All right, sure." So we did the pose, and it turns out every 2 minutes, everybody was like asking us to do photos, and I was like, "All right, this is really cool. All right, great." And security was like coming to us, and I was like, "Oh shit, are we getting in trouble?" and they were like, "All right, we understand you guys having a convention, but can you like try?" I was like, "Dude, I have no control. I mean, they want a photo. I say yes instinctively. I don't want to be a dick." And they're like, "All right."
No.
It's like, all right, sounds fair. I mean, can we get a photo of you too? And I'm like, sure. So that's pretty much what happened. It was really wholesome. Just being in a cosplay, just being wholesome to a lot of people, and it just puts a smile on people's face. I remember seeing this one kid. He had this smile on his face, and he was like seeing like the real life Goku. He's like, "Oh my god, you're so awesome!" I was like, "Oh." It was like my heart.
There are 3 stories. I feel like I'm always sharing stories, but there are 3 that I want to share.
You're good. Yeah.
There are 3 that I want to share because my life has been so. I've never realized it, but my life has been so very adventurous.
Yeah, so, I have like a couple of wholesome stories as
All right.
well in costume.
I do too.
Well, okay, let me. Okay, so one of these wholesome stories that I have is not a wholesome story. It's just a funny story about Dragon Ball, and it's about Trunks. I have 2 others after that, but with Trunks, we were at the Anime Matsuri where it was at the Crown Plaza when it happened at the exact same time as the rodeo. I don't know if y'all remember that. It was such an awful con. But Trunks is walking around cosplaying as Trunks, and here come these rednecks, expensive leather boots, belt buckles that look like championship belts, expensive clothing. The guy walks up to, "Hey, I know who you are. You're Trunks from Dragon Ball Z." This redneck guy was like, "You're Trunks," and then he's like, "Son, how much for your costume?" And then he whips out his checkbook. "Let me explain to you, son. Money is not an issue. How much do you want?"
Oh my god.
So that happened to Trunks. He could have. He literally said to him, "Money is not an issue, son. Name your price for the costume." And okay, so speaking of Goku, I like to go to the club and cosplay all the time. I go as Pikachu, Cookie Monster, Goku. So I go to Numbers nightclub in Houston as Goku on a Saturday, and they're doing a concert. I don't know who's playing though because it's a surprise. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go, I'm dressed as Goku, got my own actual natural hair spiked up. And there's these people out in the patio area, and they're like, "Hey man, are you Goku?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Dude," and then they invite me to go out and drink with them. And for some reason, we were the only ones out there drinking. No one else was out there drinking. So I'm partying with these guys. They're getting me drinks. We're having fun. We're hanging out. And they're starting to get drunk off their ass. "Hey man, like hanging out with you is cool, man, but we got to go do our gig real quick. We'll be back." And then we're going to keep partying. We're going to come back and we're going to keep drinking. We just don't go anywhere, man. We'll be right back. We just got to perform, and then we got to keep these people happy. Otherwise they're going to go home. So apparently, "Oh, you guys are a band. That's cool." So the announcer comes on stage. "All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the surprise concert, Alice in Chains." And I was like, "What?"
No.
Because I never knew what they look like.
You heard their songs, but you don't know how.
I heard a song, but I I was like, Alice, and I knew of them, and I knew they were popular, and I knew they were good. So I had heard like a couple songs. So I was like,
I'll be right back again.
all right, no. So I'm like, Alice in Chains? What the fuck? I was drinking with Alice in Chains. And I'm like, and I told him that, "Dude, you're the band Alice in Chains." He's like, "Yeah, we're kind of famous. I think we're a big deal or something. I don't know."
Yeah. That's amazing.
A wholesome story that I have though is that we went to the Texas children's hospital to visit some sick children, to visit the sick kids at the hospital during Halloween. We were handing out candy, so I went as a Ninja Turtle. And I'm over here patting the kids. They're hitting me with baseball bats because they think I'm a walking piñata. And one of the nurses pulls me to the side. Hey, can you come with us? There's a kid who just had a heart transplant, and we want you to come visit him. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. We saw his hospital room because he had his own room. It was decked out in Ninja Turtle swag. Bed sheets, everything. And this little kid started crying when he saw me but then after like a few minutes of crying, I reached out for him and he like gave me a high five and he warmed up to me after a while. And this kid had just had a heart transplant and he was not even like 4 years old. So that like really hit me. Like it was really bad. I'm so upset Jen's not here to share. Nobody shares stories until Jen's get back. So Saki Kitty, you're next, but I gotta share that story again now. Damn it!
Right? Yeah, no worries, man. That was a really good story. That's really sweet. Very sweet.
I have like 3. I know I have like 2 ones, and one of them was at a concert, and another one was at a really small con. You know, and it was like a little kid, obviously, that was like really happy of me dressing up.
I think.
So, just the kids always make it better. Kids, they just like when they see you in costume, they think you're.
I'll be back, y'all.
Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just us now.
Just us.
Yes.
Like I have one from going to a concert. That was a lot of fun. And I want to tell the story, but I'm like, I want everyone to be back.
Yeah, no, but there's so many. I guess the reason why I have so many stories, it's because I'm such an attention whore.
Well, I'm an attention whore too. Hey, baby. My cat's here. I gotta feed my little kitten soon too.
Yeah, I know it is getting late. It's
it
almost
was like started like at what time? Like 8?
9. We started at 9, like 20, 9:15, 9:20.
Are people still watching us?
Yes, we have a total of 8 viewers.
We have. Yes, shit again. What has to shit?
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so you missed it, so I'm gonna because Sonic Keyblade had to leave. I'm gonna go ahead and share the story with you that happened after the Alice in Chains one.
Okay. What happened to Sonic? Is he good?
Yeah, he went to go. He has to take us. He's fine. So occasionally, me and my friends like to go to the Texas Children's Hospital here in Houston, the medical center, to visit sick children. So we went during Halloween, and we were giving kids like candy, and they were hitting me with like these plastic bats, like I was a piñata.
Oh, okay.
And so the nurse pulls me aside and asks me, "Hey, can you come visit a kid that just had a heart transplant?" And his room was decked out in Ninja Turtle swag, like everything: Ninja Turtle blankets, pillow covers, the sheets for the blinds. Yeah, curtains, whatever they're called, curtains.
The sheets for the blinds.
I mean, whatever for the window. Everything, plush dolls, everything. This little kid wasn't even 4 years old. When he saw me, he started crying, but like after a few minutes of crying, he actually warmed up to me and reached out and gave me a high five. And it really hit me because this kid was, this child was still a baby, and they just had a heart transplant.
Aww.
And the nurses pulled me because I was a Ninja Turtle, and this child loved Ninja Turtles. And the child was afraid at first. I mean, wouldn't you be afraid if you saw a walking turtle in the hospital?
You just
Right.
you see a Ninja Turtle.
They told me you weren't real. And there you are, walking around here looking like a piñata.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So that is something we like to do as Geeks 5 Ever. That's something we... So Geeks 5 Ever has always been... We are the voice of the voiceless. That is our thing. So going to the hospital and seeing kids, that's what we like to do. All right, Talk Kitty, we said you were next. Go.
Okay, so I have 2 wholesome stories of me being in cosplay. So at the Houston Symphony, they sometimes will have music from games. There's one Video Games Live, and there's also I think fantasy or Final Fantasy music or Fantasy World, something like that. But So me and my friends were like, hey, let's go ahead and see this concert. And it's really neat because they'll go ahead and they'll have like game footage and then music that goes with that game footage. And it's always like in sync and it's just beautifully done. So I was like, okay, but I had no idea. It's like most of the time you can go to these like orchestra scores, you have to dress nicely, like suit, tux, dress. I mean, it's whatever. But we're like, let's just dress up in cosplay. So it was me and another cosplayer. And so I dressed up as Yuna, and he dressed up as Cloud. So we decided to go ahead, dress up, and go to this concert. We had the tickets and everything. I'm like, I don't even know if they're going to let us in because, like, he has, like, a huge sword, and I have, like, a wand or, a staff. And so I'm like, because technically we can't bring, like, weapons, but maybe we can get away with it. So the concert. And during the time, we were just like, people were like, oh shit, you're dressed up, and then people wanted to take pictures with us. So then it became to the point where they went ahead and made a line, because cosplay was still kind of new. It wasn't really picked up at the time. It was still in its early stages, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so it was like the first time when people were actually seeing cosplayers. And a lot of people were dressed up in normal clothes, and then we were the ones that were like stand out in front of the entire crowd. And so they started a line, and people were taking pictures with us. And then people were like, oh, I can't believe like the orchestra went ahead and like actually hired professional cosplayers. And we're just like, sure. We just like showed up in costume, and people thought we were working with them. And
that's cool.
And then they were like paying us money, like, oh, here's some money, and I'm like, okay, I'll just like take this money. And then later on, the Houston Press was there, and they took pictures of us as well too. So we got into the Houston Press, and we got money and drinks for just dressing up as characters, and they thought that we were professionals at the time, and so we're like, this is kind of neat. Like we didn't have the heart to tell them that we weren't. It was like, we're not professionals, we're just like regular people. We're just weave dressing up.
That's cute.
That was really nice. I remember that, and it was like my first, beginning of being like a cosplayer. So, but I thought I did a really good job dressing up as Yuna. I wanted to do her outfit, again, because that one at the time was bought, and I didn't know how to sew, so I just like modified it. Now I'm like, I know how to sew. I could probably make one now. Another one was at RealmsCon. I forget which year it was. It was maybe 2011, which was a long time ago. And I actually was trying to dress up as Jack Frost. And I wanted to make the staff. And at the time, I didn't have the staff made because the staff I have is like really intricate. It's like 7 feet, and you could break it in half, I believe. I think no, you can't break it in half, but you can. It's really tall. It's like the one-to-one scale of the real Jack Frost staff, and it has a whole bunch of LEDs. It's like over 300. We just lost track of how many LEDs.
Relatable.
But at the time, I didn't have the staff ready, so it's just me dressed up as a female Jack Frost. So I didn't think anybody was like recognizing me, plus the fact that I didn't have a staff. But I was just like enjoying the con and just walking around. And this little kid, it was a boy, and he just like yelled. He was like across the room in like the dealer's room. He just yelled, and he's just like, Jack Frost! And I'm like, okay, someone's calling me. And it was this little kid, and this little kid was just like running down the aisle just to meet me. And I looked at him, he's like, oh, Jack Frost! And then I just looked at him dead in his eyes, and I'm like, oh, you can see me? And if anyone knows Rise of the Guardians, like, you can only see them if you actually believe in them. So I just like played the part. I'm like, oh, you can see me, and then his eyes just lit up. He's like, oh, and he was just like so happy.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my god.
Mom, can you see Jack Frost? I mean, he was just like a little kid. He was probably like maybe 5 years old or something, but he was freaking the hell out of me.
That's so cute.
Of course, we took pictures with each other, and he was just so. It's like, you have to understand, my son loves the movie Rise of the Guardians, and he loves Jack Frost. And it's not the first time kids have ran up to me to take pictures of me as Jack Frost. Mm-hmm. So it's one of my favorite costumes to do, but the staff is like, broken. I need to like redo that if I ever want to do it again. but that kid flipped his shit.
One of the comments says, "Is best when kids see you and their eyes lit up."
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes your day. I was trying to dress up, but like he just recognized me, and it just like, aw.
Making kids' eyes light up is amazing. I won't lie. But however, there are some kids that are demons.
Right.
For instance, Renaissance Festival when I went as Pikachu. This little 6-year-old's like,
No.
Pikachu, you sucked, and then he kicked me in the shin.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Okay, well, I want to share my stories.
No, yeah, you're next. You're next.
Okay. I raised my hand like somebody could see me. Dang. That feeling. Monday. I'll have my camera set up on Monday. I'm sorry, guys. So I was one of those like weebs who had like the Naruto headband and like put it on my forehead and like ran with my arms behind me in like middle school.
Like everybody at Area 51.
yes, exactly like that, but like a miniature version because I was like 12, and my teacher, she would be like, "Oh no, it's that kid again." and then like I'd run by, and then I had two friends who did it with me. I would run by, and they would run by too. And then like they just like you could see the visible disappointment on their face. And then I used to work at a craft store, and we were allowed to dress up for Halloween, and I dressed up as Hatsune Miku for Halloween. It was really nice. The kids, they were so sweet. And then my last story, this is going to be my longer one, but it's like so wholesome, like it makes me cry. So my first time I went in to audition for an anime, Mirai Nikki, I had no professional experience. I only took like one acting class to fill a credit in high school. Like I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is I want my voice in anime. And so I get to Funimation, I'm sitting there in the waiting room, and I'm like psyching myself out because I have anxiety. And I'm like, in my head, I go from I'm excited to be here to I'm so stupid, what am I doing, why am I here, this is crazy. And like I'm literally like about to make myself cry, and like I'm not even joking, I was like 0.2 seconds away from like standing up and leaving and just walking out and being like, never mind, I can't do this. And the door opens to the waiting room, and this woman comes in. And I guess she could tell I was very nervous because, like, she sat down next to me and, like, she was just talking with me. Like, hey, how are you? What's your name? This is your first time here. Okay, cool. What are you doing? Auditioning? Cool. Have you chosen out your character? Just, like, talking to me and, like, calming me down. She's like, you got this. Just take a deep breath. You know, it's not the end of the world if you don't get something. Just keep trying. Keep trying. And then she got called back for her session, but the director, I guess, already knew her name, so he was just like, come on back, and so she went back. I later found out that was Monica Rial. Well, yeah, and so that moment was very profound for me, because that was like make or break. I could have just walked out of there with nothing and never voice acted again, or I could have gone into that room, fallen face first, and tried again. And so I went into that room. I attempted very badly to do voices, failed, didn't get anything, but I managed to get more auditions later on. So I told myself if I ever landed a role, no matter how small, in any anime, that I wanted to go tell Monica Rial somehow, some way. I didn't know how, because she doesn't respond to any sort of like Twitter messages or anything like that. I wanted to tell her, like, thank you, but I wanted to have, like, something to, like, show for it. So I eventually, in April 2018, that's when I recorded for Ace Attorney Season 1. And so, like, that's when I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I've gotten this under my belt. It's small, but I still want to, like, tell her, like, I did it, I did a thing. And I didn't have the opportunity to until, for those who don't know, Monica Rial and Jamie Markey were guests for Anime Dallas 2019, and it's a smaller convention. It was only their second year, so smaller convention means less people, means less long lines, less like struggles to like actually meet your favorite voice actors. So
more opportunities to run into them in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And
I like conventions. You know, I'm starting to love smaller conventions than like the bigger ones now. You know.
Mm-hmm. So I got in line had my staff jacket, staff shirt, staff badge, got in line, and people were asking me, oh, are you capping the line? I was like, no, I have something to say to her. They're like, oh, well, your staff, you can just go up to the table. I was like, no, this isn't anything convention related. Like, this is me personally wanting to say like something from me to her. So I wait, hoping that nobody's gonna call me for a panel emergency. Thank God nobody did. And I get up to her table, and she's like, hi there, what can I sign for you, or what can I do for you? And I'm just like, you won't remember me at all. But in 2011, like, you sat down and talked to a really shy and timid girl, and in the like studio lounge of Funimation, and like, that was me. You like told me to keep going, and I was like trying not to cry, and like you could see as I got through my sentences, like she was getting closer to crying, and I was like, I have voiced in like 6 or 7 animes now, and I just wanted to say thank you, and that you're the reason why like I made it this far. And like when I said that, she just burst into tears. She just all bets off. She was like, oh my God, this is why I do what I do. Like, this is just so amazing. I was like, she's like, why didn't you say anything? Because I did see her at Funimation, but I was like just too afraid to talk to her because I was like, I don't want to be that one weeb. I don't want to be that one kid. And so I was like, I wanted to tell you when I went into audition, or when I went into voice for Ace Attorney Season 2, but like you were talking to somebody and I didn't want to interrupt. She's like, you need to interrupt me and say hello to my face, because if you're there again and I'm there again, I want to give you a hug there. I was like, so like she wasn't supposed to get out from like behind her table because of like everything that was going on. She had like a bodyguard and everything, and she's like, I want to hug you right now, but I don't have permission. I was like, hey, I'm staff, I'm giving you permission. She's like, give me a hug. So I accidentally made her cry, and I feel so bad about that, but like it's also very wholesome, and like I cry about it too.
That's really good.
It's one of the best stories of my life.
I always like stories like that when like the people who you look up to and they're not assholes, and they
Sean Shamel.
Oh.
I will say this, I'm not condoning this. This is totally off topic. Do not wear a suit and a golden name tag to get into a con for free.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Something you want to say?
I got into Anime Matsuri one year for free. Because I wore a suit, a tie, and I had a golden name tag that said my name on it. And I walked through the front door because they thought I was staff for the venue.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Anime Matsuri, they're never good at catching. Or I know people who go in there for free. They're like, I didn't pay for it. You just
Not spooky.
Yeah, no, we have to take shots at Matsuri every episode.
I've never been to Matsuri because it's down in Houston, and I'm not down there. Have I ever been down there for a convention? Like maybe Onicon.
No.
That's the closest I've ever gotten.
Galveston.
That's not Galveston.
Yeah, that's Galveston. I know that, but I think that's the closest I've gotten to an anime convention in Houston.
Yeah, Matsuri kind of has a hold on anime conventions in Houston.
A hold.
Sadly.
It is literally 50% of the market. There are only 2 anime cons in Houston.
Yeah.
Well, there's about to be 3 with the Anime Houston. We'll see how well that goes.
It's
awesome.
Look, trust me. As soon as we get more anime cons in Houston, people will stop going to Matsuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Matsuri killed a lot of anime conventions over here at Houston, and they're not. I'm not. I gotta stop talking about Matsuri. Matsuri is shit.
Matsuri shit. Okay.
We need to do better anime conventions. They were trying to compete, I believe, with Comic Palooza.
They're trying to compete with Anime Expo.
Yeah, they were trying to compete with Anime Expo. Like, originally, it was supposed to be Anime Expo this year, and then a week later, it's Matsuri.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then also, at the same time, they were also competing with that other convention at NRG Fandemic at the same weekend.
Yeah, that didn't happen because that's run by the same people that ran Space City Comic Con.
Dude, I was curious about A-Kon this year because they moved it to the K. Bailey Hutchinson
Yeah,
Center,
they
and
did.
we found out that there was another convention also scheduled for that weekend at that venue. It was like a comic tech convention. I was like, oh.
I think the convention center is big enough they could host multiple. Actually, they're also hosting a DreamHack. I think that was another thing they were going to host.
Yeah,
it was like a gaming.
If the convention center is big enough to hold because it's not uncommon for anime conventions to sometimes share a venue with another convention. I've been to an anime con at a convention center where they were happening at the same time as like a Baptist church convention.
Oh no.
You need Jesus, and then somebody flung a Bible at me. Like it was. I had PTSD. Okay, public service announcement, people. Whenever you're at a party, do not raise a chancla in the air. At one of our parties at Delta H Con, someone grabbed one of my chanclas and lifted it in the air, and every Hispanic in that party ducked.
We all did. That's like our kryptonite.
No, it was like PTSD. It gave everyone PTSD. One guy even screamed, "Mama, no!"
Oh no, can't relate. I always hear about that, and I always thought it was just a meme, and apparently it's not.
Are you shitting me? My grandma.
I'm white. I'm white.
My grandma used to go out, and I would be there in front of the TV, and like if she's going out, she'd smack me in the back of the head. I'm like, "What was that for?" "That's for later, when you screw up."
God.
Because I'm going out, so that's for later when you screw up. And I would just sit there and frown in front of the TV.
Oh.
God.
They would give you advance like ass whooping, like you know how you ask for an advance on your allowance, like, hey, can I get my allowance for next week, this week? And they're like, okay, no, we got advance ass whoopings.
Oh man.
We didn't get allowances. Like, look, you want an allowance? I allow you to live in my house.
Yeah, that's how they be like.
I hear that a lot.
Or if you want a birthday party, somewhere's like Chuck E. Cheese. You want to go see a mouse? Go see it behind the fridge.
Okay, calm down, George Lopez. This actually happened to me though. My parents would give me $20 a week. Okay, that's your allowance. That's also your lunch money for the week.
Sounds about right too.
That was the true Hunger Games.
Survival, adapt or perish.
I did adapt. I would go around my school every day.
That's your lunch. You need to survive, and if you want anything extra or movie tickets, that's also it too.
Yeah, no, but I survived high school by asking everybody every day, "Hey man, can I borrow $1? Can I borrow $1? Can I borrow $1? Can I borrow $1?" Eventually I became known as the "Can I borrow $1 guy?"
No.
God.
I was in high school. Leave me alone. I went through this phase where I was taking pictures of everybody's butts to compare.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, because I was learning how to use a camera.
That's not creepy.
It wasn't for. I know it was bad, but I was like 14, so I didn't know better. I was learning how to use a camera.
Now you do, I hope.
I do. I don't do that shit. I don't even like taking pictures of. Oh, but that's our subject on Monday. By the way, yeah, I'm probably gonna get shit for that now. But on Monday we're gonna cover the nice guys. You know, the really nice guys that like to spend hundreds of dollars on a girl just to be friend zone, and then they get mad and bitch that they're in the friend zone.
Right.
Just another thing. I know a certain someone in this podcast likes to sing. Saki Kitty.
Oh wait, I was like, wait.
You look like a deer caught in the headlights when I said that. Like, who told you?
That's not me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you look like a deer caught in the headlights. I've never seen somebody like, oh shit.
Please give me singing tips, because I have a studio wanting me to do a singing audition, and people say I'm all right, and I feel like I'm just somebody who sings, and it's nails on a chalkboard.
That's actually everybody's voice. So you gotta understand.
I'm like, no, I'll sing in the car where no one's there.
No, I mean,
I'm just
to help you practice, especially in front of an audience. Karaoke is like, if you don't want to do lessons, if you want to do singing lessons, karaoke events are really good to help you.
They are.
I miss karaoke.
At Delta? Karaoke
too.
at Delta? Karaoke at Delta, when everybody starts off buzzed and then everybody's plastered by the end of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is.
Saki Kitty, do you sing?
Fuck no.
You don't do nothing. You don't read scripts. You don't sing.
Get her off the stage.
It takes like a lot of effort for me just to do
Just to be on here? You know how much...
I'm like, okay.
It takes a lot of balls for me to be on this damn podcast, Goku. Leave me alone.
Maybe on podcast today. Oh, okay. I mean,
Why do you... I can just imagine you're getting frustrated too at the last minute warning. Stop telling me 5 minutes before we're supposed to go on.
So you have a podcast. When? Now.
Now.
Okay.
No, but I told you Thursday. We're doing one Saturday. I know we were late, but...
Yeah, it's about to be it's already like 12:30.
Dee says Dee misses karaoke. I miss karaoke too. I miss hosting it.
I love
Yeah.
karaoke. It's always
I missed
fun.
it too. Yeah.
I know we can't do it anymore.
Sing to us, Sonic. Sing to us. Serenade us with your voice.
I'm good at rock band, so like, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I love Rock Band. I love Rock Band.
I'll do rock band. I'll play rock band music or play it
Yeah.
on
I like when cons have rock band playing.
They should. I think they should. That would be a lot of fun.
We actually had a Rock Band panel at KamikazeCon.
Really?
Yeah.
God. Was it like during the height of the popularity of those games? Like
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
Plus, like, not a lot of people were submitting panels, so we submitted. We came up with random, like, we would throw darts at the wall. All right, Rock Band competition. Damn, well, shit. I guess we'll submit that.
Oh no.
All right, my butt is starting to hurt because we've been sitting here for 3 hours and
Yeah,
seven,
like,
8.
I have to go. I need to feed my cat.
This is fun. This was fun.
All right, is there anything that y'all, our guest Jen would like to say to our? It says 11, but I only see 7 listeners.
Anything I would like to say?
Yes, because the numbers have fluctuated. We went from, at the beginning, we went from 5 to like 20, then to 20 something, to 3, then we went back up to 12, and then we went back down to 7. Now we're at 7.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out my social media. All of it's gonna be Zion Fox or Zion Fox cosplay. Also, make sure to subscribe, follow, and hit that bell icon for Geeks 5 Ever. And catch me on Monday at 7 p.m. for the next podcast. Yeah.
Good job.
Oh yeah, everybody do a voice. Everybody do a voice before we sign off.
Oh no, sorry.
All right, Sonic. And you better not say, I gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic, no.
I'm frowning.
Sonic, yes.
Sonic, no.
Jesse, sign out. Just,
You're too slow.
Jesse has exited the chat.
did you just call me retarded? Did you just call me slow?
Oh. Well, my apologies. I thought you were supposed to be a Super Saiyan.
You sound like Sonic with Kermit the Frog. Hi,
Heyo. Heyo.
Kermit
the Frog here. I just want to say that today is Geeks 5 Ever. This was a really great panel. Thank you very much.
Trunks keeps insisting that you read that script that you were supposed to read earlier.
Heyo. You better read that script. Come on.
Okay, it's either do a voice or read the script, and I think Trunks is voting script.
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 No, I'm just gonna do a voice. I'm just gonna
Alright,
do
you can do a voice from the script. There you go.
And then she reads the script as the outro next time.
Like, I am not a voice actor or
No,
singer or anything of that
Yeah,
nature.
it's alright.
That's
you know?
true. We can barely get Saki Kitty to talk to us on a regular basis. What's up? Hey, how you doing? Okay. Damn. Just tell me you don't want to talk to me.
Dude, I do that all the time too. Oh my gosh.
Like, I have to warm up first before like having.
Like sometimes y'all will leave us on read. I'm like, why the fuck did I even text you? All right, come on,
Like,
say something. Say something because Trunks wants you to read that. He says, "Right, meow, woman."
Trunks need to shut the fuck up. That's what Trunks need to do. All right, so.
That was really good. That was really good, Conrad. Very nice. That was
Very good, kid. Very good.
This is what my dad speaks. This is how he speaks. So every time I talk
I
about
don't
my
have.
dad.
Look, I don't have water. I don't have water because I forgot to go get some water. But I have lemonade. I'm gonna
I
drink
couldn't
Every
open
time I
my
speak
water,
about
so
my
I drank a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper instead.
it. I almost spit out my drink when you said that. All right, my turn.
I'll say something before I go. My masks are selling fast at the moment. I send out about 20 of them. I still have some left, but I ran out of materials. Like the day I got my material, it was gone because people were like, orders right away. So I'm doubling the order of materials now. So we'll have the straps. But if you ever want this, the price is still the same. It's $4 per mask. If you're able to donate or buy a mask for $6, not only you'll get one, but I'm able to donate a mask to a hospital. So I'm going to go ahead and link it up to send it out to them, so you can go ahead and send it to them. Etsy. It's basically at etsy.com/shop/Saki Kitty Shop.
Kitty shop.
Yeah. So, if you can, go ahead and buy them. Hopefully I'll get the material again sometime in the beginning of this week. So if you want to go ahead and order and donate, that would really help me because I had to spend money on a lot of stuff. So hopefully this will help me to get some of that money back.
Also, if you need any information and you didn't catch the link or need the links that were mentioned by Saki Kitty, you can hit us up on Instagram.com/Geeks5ever or Facebook.com/Geeks5ever. You can send us a private message and we will direct you in the basic direction of Saki Kitty to go ahead and get your mask. Remember, if you buy a mask and if you buy 2 masks, one can be donated to someone in need, especially a charity, because right now we're just trying to remain safe. So Geeks5ever is going to do what it can to help Saki Kitty help people get their masks, especially now. We're trying to slow down the spread of White Claw.
Yeah, and guys, wear masks. I mean, I already went out today, and it's just people not wearing it at all.
Yeah, just please
That's a whole
wear a
other
mask.
subject for another time, but it's just please wear a mask if you can. It helps to spread it, and that's what we need to start doing.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of not wearing a mask, but only at the taco trucks because they're outside.
And also, how you gonna eat the taco with the mask on?
That's true. I'll wear that shit to Walmart. I'll come out there with a Captain America shield. All right, I guess it's my turn to do the outro. I'm gonna do it in a voice. Vegeta. Damn it! I don't know if I want to do that, but which voice do I want to do?
Yeah. So each of us are doing a voice and outro.
Vegeta. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up so we can see more videos. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Boo! Follow us on
That sounds like Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah! And make sure you share the video so your friends can see the champ. That's what I got.
Bravo.
That was good. That was really good.
I got
Nice
one more.
outro. 8 out of 10.
All right, guys. I am known as Jesse Goku. I am King Mexico, the leader of Geeks5ever. If you haven't already, follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitch and Mixer. Twitch.tv/Geeks5ever. Instagram.com/Geeks5ever. Facebook.com/Geeks5ever. Pretty much anything /Geeks5ever. Our TikTok channel is coming out. Also, our Geeks5ever in Spanish podcast will be debuting soon. It will not only just be on this channel, but it'll be on a Geeks5ever Spanish channel. Also, our terrible fan fiction is getting its own channel. Plus, we'll be working with other YouTube channels and Facebook channels, such as a religious geek group. I'll be a producer for that one and be helping out. I'm also working with a website soon. We'll be announcing who they are, and we're working with a sponsor soon, so we'll get to announce who they are in the near future. We also have future events coming up with Geeks5ever. Like I said, our TikTok is coming up. That's going to be run by our Big Box Cosplay group. So I don't know if they want me to reveal their real names, but they'll be in charge of TikTok because I'm too old for that shit. Like you can follow Saki Kitty on Instagram.com/Saki Kitty. You have Sonic X Keyblade and Jen, the voice actress. Like I said, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. Hit the notification so you'll be notified every time we go live. So don't forget to join us Monday at 7 p.m. for the Nice Guys podcast. When is enough? Also on Wednesday, for our normal Geeks 5 Ever podcast at 7. And on Thursday, part 2 of our anime Matsuri versus Delta HCon. Don't forget to join me tomorrow for another terrible fanfiction streaming. Tomorrow I will be reading an Avatar The Last Airbender crappy fanfiction. Yesterday we read a SpongeBob one and it ended with SpongeBob killing Bill Clinton.
Oof.
All right then.
Yeah, they
What a
ended.
way to end.
That's the thing, apparently.
They were hooking up, and then as he was getting ready to like finish, he yelled, "Hillary! Oh, SpongeBob! I've never seen a sponge so beautiful in my life.
Oh no.
Hillary!" I actually tried to read that in their voices. Bill, you're perfect. Oh, thanks, SpongeBob. You're perfect too. Yeah, that was awful. It was awful. Not as bad as the Harry Potter one, but...
Oh, God.
All right, guys. I'm saying